Hi guys, good afternoon. Am I audible, visible? Can somebody confirm? Check, check. Hello, hello. Hi guys, good afternoon, guys. Perfect. Oh, I hope you guys are all set for your exams. Exams have been postponed by 2 days, but it doesn't matter that much. But yeah, I hope you guys are prepared very well and you guys are appearing for whatever you have planned, both groups or group one, whatever you're planning. Okay. Guys, welcome to the class. Do share this link with all your friends and other WhatsApp and Telegram groups so that maximum people take the benefits. So I have divided this session into 2 days so that it's not a burden. Right now it's 27. Tomorrow again we're gonna meet at the same time, 28th. And if you know the other laws topic, there are 4 chapters which comes for approximately 40 marks. So I plan to do that with you guys at live session. Okay. So do share this link with other friends in other WhatsApp and Telegram groups, and do comment later on in the description how was the session. Okay. So ideally we'll be talking about the session first. I'm going to take 4 chapters. Today we have planned as FEMA and GCA. FEMA and GCA we're going to do. Tomorrow LLP and interpretation. Plus we're going to solve Jan 26 ka previous term ka paper in the class itself. What question came from the that particular topic. Okay. So all those people who have studied through me, or if you have not studied through me, it's absolutely okay. We're gonna do something amazing today. Okay. So whatever notes you have, you can open that. And it's a revision session. Remember this, it's a revision session. I'll be talking straight to the point, and in between I will not be talking anything here and there thing, so that you can use this session on the exam day. Okay. So once I start the content, I will be taking a break after finishing like enough content. Then I will take it out. If you have a doubt, you can shoot in the comment section. I'm constantly seeing comment section. I will reply all your doubts. Okay. So I'll just make a note of topics what we're gonna do. We're gonna do today FEMA. We're gonna do FEMA 1999. Then we're gonna do GCA. That's 1897. And tomorrow we're gonna do LLP 2008 and interpretation of statutes. So we gonna complete this 4 chapters in the class. It's a live session. It's a live session. Are you guys ready? Other chapters I've already uploaded marathon for that, you can watch from there. Are you guys ready? Shall we start? Either we'll talk about content, no bakwas, no here and there kind of thing. Are you guys ready? If you're ready, please write in the comment section, ready. Now see, May 24. Ten plus 8 plus 8 plus 8. Okay. September 24. 10 plus 8 plus 8 plus 8. Jan 25. 10 plus 8 plus 8 plus 8. May 25. 10 plus 8 plus 8 plus 8. September 25. 10 plus 8 plus 8 plus 8. Jan 26. Again 10 plus 8 plus 8 plus 8. Fixed pattern 16, 24, 24 plus 10, 34, 34 marks descriptive, 6 mark MCQ you will see for sure in the paper. Now, So this is my descriptive analysis. Now when I talk about MCQ analysis, September 24. This is September 24. Oh my God. 6 plus 4, 10 plus 6, 16 marks. Jan 25. 6 plus 2 plus 2, 10 marks. May 25. 6 plus 4 plus 4, 14 marks. September 25. 6 plus 6 plus 2, again 14 marks. Jan 26. 6 plus 4 plus 4, again 14. So guys, 34 marks descriptive. 14 marks is your MCQ. 48 marks ka content it is. My target out of 48 is 40. If you focus properly on these 4 topics, trust me, if you aim for 40, somewhere around 34, 35 you will land up. So balance companies act is there. Save you out. So law may getting 70 is little easy if you properly strategize. Focus on these 4 chapters. We have seen that trend, we have seen the analysis. Trend cannot be wrong. Marks here and there, 1 or 2 could be there, but yeah, 34 is tentative descriptive, 14 is your MCQ, 48 marks. Okay, so first I'm starting with FEMA. So whoever has a book, please open the book. Whoever has the notes, please open the notes. We're gonna do FEMA first, then later on we're gonna do GCA. Few disclaimer here. We are doing this for the purpose of exam, for the purpose of last day of the exam. So I'll be going a little faster. I'll be talking on the main pointers. So in case if you have a doubt, you shoot the doubt in between. I will not take the doubt in between. Once I'm finished with the content, I will take the doubt. Okay? Once we are done with the content, then we're going to solve the past paper question. Let's start. Jai Mata Di, let's talk. Lord Jesus, whatever God you believe in. Okay, please pray and make sure that you get very good marks in your upcoming May exam. Let's start. So my first is FEMA. FEMA ka year is 1999. FEMA ka year is 1999. Important definition. First definition, foreign exchange. So foreign exchange means what? Foreign currency. Foreign exchange means foreign currency. It also includes what? The deposits, credits. That means deposits means FD. Credits means loans. Balances payable in foreign currency, or any draft, any traveler checks or LC or bill of exchange expressed or drawn in Indian currency but payable in foreign currency, or drawn in foreign currency but payable in Indian currency. Cross. If it is drawn there, payable in Indian currency. If it is drawn here, payable in foreign currency. Everything will call it what? Foreign exchange. Again, one more definition important: foreign security. So what does foreign security means? So foreign security means any security which is denominated or expressed in foreign currency. It will be a foreign security even if such security is redeemed in Indian currency, or any form of return, like for example, interest, dividend is payable in Indian currency. You have to see where it is drawn. If it is drawn outside India, payable in Indian currency, payable in India, return is in India, still it will be called as what? Foreign security. Then import means bringing any goods or service in India. Export means sending goods outside India, goods or services. Okay. Transfer was Kassa definition. Person means it's basically DT ka person. HUF, individual, company, firm, AOP, BOI, AJP, and any BUA owned or controlled by such person. So this is the definition of person. One second. Now please open your respective notes. Very important definition we're gonna do. Pry and proy ka concept. For sure you will find that in your exam. Pry and proy. Now, so from our notes, I am teaching you pry and proy. It says pry is an individual. So first primate is an individual who stays in India, who is staying in India for for more than 182 days. When I say more than 182, it means minimum 183 days in the previous financial year. So to check whether the person is pri or pro in this year, you always see the previous year. In previous year, you have stayed for minimum not less than at least 183 days. How many days, guys? 183 days. You are a pri. You are a pri. But it will not include A and B. So A means a person who has gone outside India or stays outside India. Like George Bush, Donald Trump, he is staying outside India only. He has never come to India. So he will always be a pri. So pri will not include a person who has gone outside India or who stay outside India. Sir, if he has gone for BAE, he has gone for BA. What is B, sir? Any business or vocation outside India. If somebody has gone outside India for business, it pri will not include. That means he will be a pri. Or for any other purpose which would indicate his intention to stay outside India for uncertain period. Any other purpose which would indicate his intention to stay outside India for an uncertain period. E, employment outside India. So if you have gone, see, pri will not include person who stays outside India or who has gone outside India for three purposes. BAE, business, any other purpose which would indicate his intention to stay outside India for uncertain period. E, employment outside India. So you will not be, pri will not include these three people. That means these three people will be pri. These three people will be pri. Pri means person resident outside India. If I go to Thailand for 10 days, I am going for a trip. I am not going for B. I am not going for E. I am not going for A. I mean going for A, but I am going for 10 days now. So here it says if you are going for uncertain period, if you are going for uncertain period, then you will be a pri. I am going for 10 days. I'll go. I'll come back. Who am I? Pri. I will still be a pri. Number two, a person who has come to India or stay in India. So our parents, they stay in India, they are pri. Okay, but a person who has come to India or stay in India, otherwise then for BAE. Like when we were going outside India for BAE, we were called as pri. We were called as pri, right? If somebody like my very good friend, people who have studied through me, they know Kathy. If Kathy has come to India for a trip, she want to see hungry India, poor India. She came for 10-day trip. Did she came for B? No. Did she came for A? No. Did she came for E? No. She came for a trip. She is going outside India. She will go back to her home, right? She will still be called as pri. She will be still called as pri. So if you are coming for otherwise then for BAE, you will still be a pri. But if you come for what? If you come for business or if you come for any other purpose which would indicate your intention to stay in India for uncertain period or for employment in India. So what will you become? You will become, sir, pri. Because the word says otherwise then. Okay. Now, let's be very clear. If you are going outside India, for BAE, you are a pri. From what date? From the day you go outside India. If some foreigner is coming to India or anybody is coming to India, for BAE, he will be called as pri from the day he comes to India. Remember Kathy's example? Kathy came to India for 10 days. She's going back. She will be a pri. I went to Thailand for 10 days. I will be a pri only. But if I'm going for BAE, I will be called as pri. There's one more clarification of 8 December 2003. It says if a student is going outside India for education purpose, okay, and he's staying there, he's going for studies, he will be considered he's going for employment. Because generally, student goes and work there for the day-to-day expenses. So in the RBI have said that they will be considered them as employment outside India. So they will be called as pri from the day go outside India. Okay. This is with regards to individual. For sure, 2-mark answer or 4-mark answer will be there on this pri and pri. Number two is basically your body corporate in India. Pri only, company in India. Third, any BUA, branch, office, agency. What will you say? Any BUA, branch, office, agency owned or controlled by pri. By pri, then there's a line outside India. Sir, BUA is outside India, controlled by pri. Still, it will be called as pri. Sir, any BUA, branch, office, agency, owned or controlled by pri in India. If BUA is in India, controlled by pri. Still, it will be called as what? Pri. You have to see in picture India. Everything has to be crossed. The BUA is outside India, person will be in India. Still, that BUA will be called as pri. If BUA is in India, owned or controlled by outside India, still that BUA will be called as pri. So this is the full diagram, guys. This is the full diagram for pri. Very important 2-mark, 4-mark answer. You will see this in the paper for sure. Sir, what is a pri? Just do the opposite. Sir, person resident outside India means person who is not a resident of India. Person who is not a resident of India. Person who is not a resident of India. Understood? Pry. Okay. Let's quickly recall. You have to check how many days, sir. Minimum 183 days in the previous year. If I have stayed in India for minimum 183 days, this year I will be called as pry. But if this year I go for BAE, I will become pry from the day I go outside India. If I am going for other than BAE, I will still be a pry. Same way, Kathy coming to India to see India for 10 days. She is from outside India, she will be a pry. But if she comes for BAE, she will become pry from the day she comes to India. Okay. Now, I have a question for you guys. You need to answer in the chat. AB Limited, it's a company incorporated in Mumbai. So my question to you champions is AB Limited for the purpose of FEMA is pry ya proy? For the purpose of FEMA, guys, it's a pry ya proy? Come on, tell me. Sir, for the purpose of FEMA, the pry. Now, this Mumbai head office controls a BUA. Sir, BUA means branch office agency in Dubai. Branch office agency in Dubai. Now my question to you champions is Dubai branch. Come on, answer. Dubai branch will be pry or proy? Sir, Dubai branch will also be called as PRI. Now, this Dubai branch owns or control Singapore BUA. Now my question to you champions is this Singapore BUA. Tell me, pry or proy? Singapore BUA will be pry or proy? Others, you are wrong. It will also be a pry. Pry. Lakshmi, you are wrong. Dhruti, Dhru. Still you are wrong. It will also be called as pry only. Pry. Nutan, you are wrong. Pry only. Pry. Mahadeva, you are wrong. Pry. Devi, wrong. Pry. Arey boss, it is located outside India, but it is owned or controlled by pry, no? It is owned or controlled by pry. Why are you seeing locations? See who is owning it. I told you just do opposite. Who are outside India owned or controlled by pry. Dubai branch became pry, na? It is pry only. Harshvardhan, you are wrong. It is pry. Everything is pry. In the exam, if you find such questions, always the answer is pry. If you don't want to use your brain, don't use it. Answer pry. Only exception is if a company is incorporated outside India. That's logical, na? If a company is incorporated outside India, it has to be a pry. Rest everywhere, whatever situation they go, make here and there, left, right, full world tour, they will give. All the answers are pry. I hope it is clear now. Okay. Now, so people who went wrong, I hope you guys are clear now. The next, this is the first part of the chapter. The next part of the chapter talks about your transactions. Very important, very repetitive. Sir, explain two types of transactions. There are two kinds of transaction. One is CAT, other one is CUT. Guys, one is CAT, other one is CUT. Sir, CAT means any transaction which alters the assets or liabilities. Assets or liabilities outside India. Asset liability outside India. The person has to be in India. Then the person has to be in India. Just do opposite. Sir, assets, liabilities outside India of a pry. Or assets or liabilities in India. Assets or liabilities in India of a pry. Just do opposite. Asset, liability outside India of a pry. asset liability in India of a PROI. Simple. This is the definition of capital account transaction. 2 mark answer. Then, very important, very repetitive, current account transaction. Current, you can mark this as important. It may come in the exam. Cut means a transaction other than CAT. Wow. Cut means a transaction other than CAT and includes 4 things. A. Sir, payment due in connection with the foreign trade, other current business, service, short-term banking. Short-term banking basically CC, OD, working capital facilities. Trade facilities in the ordinary course of business. So if your P&L is getting altered, payment, now, it is current account transaction. Number 2, any payment due as interest on loans. If I take a loan in foreign currency, CAT. Interest on loan, cut. And net income from investment. If I make investment, cut. Sorry, CAT, capital account transaction. Income from investment, current account transaction. Then, remittances for living expenses of parents, spouse, children residing abroad. If I'm sending money, like for my family who's staying, let us say in Dubai or Hong Kong, so it is also a current account transaction. Then, expenses in connection with the foreign travel, education, medical care of parents, spouse and children, it is also what? Current account transaction. They can ask us to identify whether it's a CAT or cut. Remember, if it alters asset liability outside India of a PROI or asset liability in India of a PROI, it's a capital account transaction. Other than this, it's a current account transaction. It's a current account transaction. Very important. Now, next important answer is your capital account transaction. Now see. So first I'm making this diagram so that you are clear with the diagram, then we do it from the book, okay? As per FEMA, how do you write? Foreign Exchange Management, bracket mein, capital, full form you will write in the exam, capital account transaction, bracket close, rules 2000, R 2000, following are the CAT which are permissible, which cannot be restricted, and which are prohibited. Which are permissible, which cannot be prohibited or restricted, and which are prohibited. 3 lists are there. So permissible ke liye you just have to read if they are doing transaction like altering asset liability outside India. It says permissible of PROI there are 11 items. Permissible of PROI there are 9 items. So you just have to read from the main book. So just remember, if a person is in India, asset liability has to be outside India. If the person is outside India, asset liability has to be in India. So these are permissible CAT. So just read. Maybe in the MCQ they can ask. More important is the second and the third one. Transactions which cannot be prohibited, transactions which are prohibited. I'm opening the main book. My page number could be here and there, depending upon the edition you have. Content is same. Page number could be here and there. That's it. So I think around 410, 12, 11, 12, 13, I have an answer called as CAT that cannot be prohibited. Sir, A. First one, no prohibition on amortization of loan and depreciation of direct investments. Sir, RBI cannot put any prohibition for amortization of loan. Amortization means you have taken a loan in foreign currency. Now you are in India, you want to make the payment, so that payment has to be made in foreign currency only. So RBI cannot put any restriction. Number 2, depreciation of direct investment. If you want to send margin money to the broker is outside India, RBI cannot put any restriction. B, assets acquired outside India. Assets acquired outside India when a person was PROI. So Donald Trump, he was in US. He had acquired lot of assets. He came to India. He shifted to Haridwar. Rishikesh, he's sitting there, chilling there, enjoying. He's not going outside India. RBI cannot force him to sell the property, bring the money here. Because he has acquired those assets when he was a PROI. He had acquired those assets when he was a PROI. So CAT that cannot be prohibited are 2. A, amortization of loan and depreciation of direct investment. B, assets acquired by a person. Assets acquired outside India by a person who is resident outside India when he was a PROI. Assets acquired outside India when he was a PROI. RBI cannot put restriction on these 2 transactions, A and B. Then, so these are the items which you have to read from the book. Later on you can read. A to K, this is permissible for PROI. Then A to H, this is permissible for PROI. Most important answer for the exam is this one. prohibited capital account transaction. So if you are a person resident of India, you cannot put money in the entity who's doing this 5 business. No PROI shall make investment in India. No PROI shall make investment in India in an entity which is engaged in the business of, first one, chit fund, nidhi company, then we say agriculture, plantation, farmhouse. We say this as AFP. Chit fund, nidhi company, AFP. Fourth, real estate business. Fifth, trading in transferable development rights. So in 5 business, PROI cannot invest. PROI cannot invest in an entity which is doing this 5 kinds of business. Chit fund, nidhi company, AFP, real estate, TDRs. Again, chit fund, nidhi company, AFP, real estate, TDR. Then they say real estate will not include following things. Means construction, development of township, construction of residential commercial premises, construction of roads or bridges, and REITs, real estate investment trust. The real estate will not include these 4 things. Means PROI, you can do investment in these 4 things. Other than this 4, it is not allowed. Okay. Very important, 5 things may you can't do in investment. So you have to be very clear. See, they will give you a question like a US citizen, a Chinese citizen, ignored. Citizenship is irrelevant. You have to just see whether it's a PROI or PROI. So we have done that in the like 15 minutes ago. PROI. 183 days outside in India, you become a PROI. It says PROI, you cannot do investment in a company which is doing 5 kinds of business. Chit fund company, nidhi company, AFP, real estate, TDR. Real estate will not include development of township, construction of residential commercial premises, construction of roads or bridges, and real estate investment trust. That means you can do investment here. So this is about capital account transaction. Very important answer. It may be there in the exam. Then next answer is current account transaction. Again, very important. As per FEM, Foreign Exchange Management, cut current account transaction rules 2000. Following is a list. So we have Schedule 1, Schedule 2, Schedule 3. Schedule 1, Schedule 2, Schedule 3 of Foreign Exchange Management rules. Okay, I mean current account transaction rules. Rule 3, Rule 4, Rule 5. Schedule 1, 2, 3, Rule 3, 4, 5. Recall this. We have done this. Schedule 1, 2, 3, Rule 3, 4, 5. 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 The first list talks about prohibited transaction. The prohibited transaction means mummy will not allow. All bad work will come in prohibited. Sir, prior CG means here you will have to identify via transport system. Transport list is there. Okay, and this one is prior RBI. Prior RBI you will have 2 bifurcation. One is individual items, other one is other. Other mein there are 5 items. 5 items are there. Okay. So now let's do this from the book. Hold on. Very important. It will be there in the MCQ or descriptive. Now see. Sir, current account transaction. It says, sir, transaction for which the drawal of foreign exchange is prohibited. That means it is not allowed. How do you write? As per foreign exchange. Sorry. As per Rule 3. Read with Schedule 1. You know, Schedule 1, 2, 3, Rule 3, 4, 5. So Rule 3 read with Schedule 1 of Foreign Exchange Management. Bracket में current account transaction rules 2000. Following is a list of prohibited. So you just have to answer the above transaction is prohibited. Above transaction is prohibited. The first one. First one, all the bad work. What is the first bad work? Remittance of income from horse racing, riding, or any other hobby. Will mummy allow us to play betting, gambling, horse racing? No. Remittance of income from lottery winnings. Mummy will not allow. Remittance for the purchase of lottery tickets, band magazine, prescribed magazine, football pool, sweepstakes. So first, second, third is mummy will not allow. Bad work it is. Mummy will not go and buy lottery tickets, go and put money on betting, gambling. No. Not allowed. So you cannot use foreign exchange transaction for that. 4. Remittance of dividend by any company to which dividend balancing is applicable. So if you see the word dividend balancing, Foreign exchange is prohibited. Fifth, callback services. Hello, I am single, 10 miles. Not allowed, not allowed. Then, remittance of interest income on the funds held in non-resident special rupee account scheme. If you're earning interest on this account, obviously you have to spend the money here in India. You can't take the money outside India. So, remittance of interest income on the funds held in non-resident special rupee account scheme. So, non-resident special rupee account scheme, this is a hint. Then, payment of commission on export. Payment of commission on export. Commission on export. When made towards equity investment in the joint venture of wholly owned subsidiary abroad of Indian companies. Companies in India, they're making investment in joint venture wholly owned subsidiaries, and on export, you're giving commission. Boss, you are doing export to your home country, to your company only. Na? You have done the investment there, and you're making payment for commission also. Not allowed, not allowed. This is like you are only sending your money outside India. Not allowed. Circle the word export, because import will come in CG wala list. Export comes in prohibited list. Remember like this, huh? Export comes in prohibited list. Import comes in CG wala list. One more export is there. Payment of commission of export. Again, export prohibited. But here there's an exception. Made under rupee state credit route, except commission up to 10% of invoice value for tea and tobacco. So whenever you see the word export, prohibited transaction. But if you see export of tea and tobacco, and that too you are making commission or payment up to what amount? 10% of the invoice value. Then it is allowed. So it says generally payment for export commission not allowed. It's prohibited transaction. But if you are making commission up to 10% of invoice value, okay, or for tea and tobacco only, then it is allowed. Okay, 8 items are there. 8 items. So 8 items are falling in what? Prohibited ka list. Okay, all the bad work, if you see in the question, prohibited ka list. Then CG ka list. Transaction permissible with the approval of CG. It says same. Rule 4, read with Schedule 2. Rule 4, read with Schedule 2 of Foreign Exchange Management Current Account Transaction Rule 2000. How do we remember? Transport wala item. Sir, remittance of freight of vessel. Freight of vessel. Or by public sector unit. Multimodal transport. Again, transport ka payment you are doing it. Container detention charges by exceeding the rate prescribed by Director General of Shipping. Shipping, again, transport. So you will say the above transaction is permitted with the prior approval of central government. The prior approval of central government. Okay. Then one more line you have to add. However, no approval is required if the payment is made out of resident foreign currency account or exchange earners foreign currency account. So you have to add this line. You will say the above transaction is permitted with the prior approval of CG. However, if the payment is made out of RFC, EFC, no approval required. People who don't remember RFC, it's resident foreign currency account. EFC, exchange earners foreign currency account. Exchange earners foreign currency account. Fourth, this is different. We need to remember this important. Advertisement in foreign print media for the purpose other than fit. For the purpose other than fit. Fit means, sir, foreign investment, international bidding, tourism. Exceeding $10,000 by a state government and its PSU. So, sir, you are making a payment to have an advertisement in, let us assume, New York Times. Amount is $8,000. $8,000. No permission. $12,000. Permission. $10,000. No permission. No permission. Why? Because the word is what? Exceeding $10,000. So remember this limit. Advertisement exceeding 10,000. Sir, but Karnataka government is making for the promotion of tourism $12,000. $12,000. No permission. Why? Because the line says it is other than for the promotion of fit. So if you are doing it for fit, whatever the amount is there, no permission. But other than fit, you need to take permission only if the amount exceeds $10,000. Only if the amount exceeds $10,000. Then, remittance of hiring charges for transponders, TV channels and internet service provider like HBO is there, Cartoon Network is there. We see on our channel, right? Tata Sky. If Tata Sky is making payment for those, it is called as what? Remittance of hiring charges. They require prior CG approval. Cultural tours, very repetitive. Like for example, Arijit Singh making payment to the backdrop dancers. Irrespective of the amount, approval is required. Till now, I have taught you amount only at one place. Advertisement wala, $10,000. Only at one place, huh? They will make confusion. Cultural tours, $5,000, $2,000, $3,000. Let it go to buy the oil. You require permission. Even ₹1 you are making, $1 you are making, you require approval. Okay. Amount you have to see only till now in advertisement. Okay. Payment of import. Export comes in prohibited. Import comes in CG. They will make story here and there. You have to see import word. Hey, it is sir prior CG approval. However, no approval required if the payment made out of RFC EFC account. Then one more limit wala item. Remittance of prize money for of a sports activity abroad by a person if the amount exceeds $1 lakh. So remittance of prize money. If you are conducting a tournament outside India, you are giving prize money of $80,000. No approval. $1,12,000 prior CG approval. Exact $1 lakh. No approval because the word is exceeding $1 lakh. Other than if imagine ICC is doing it, or BCCI is doing it, or KSCA is doing it, Karnataka State Cricket Association is doing it. No approval, irrespective of the amount. So this is again exception. International level body, national level body, and state level body, if they are doing it, if they are sending money, irrespective of the amount, no approval is required. So we have learned till now amount at only two places. Advertisement, $10,000. Remittance of prize money, $1 lakh. Both are exceeding. $10,000, $1 lakh. Ninth item. Remittance for membership, protection and indemnity club. Mark the word indemnity. If you see the word indemnity, sir, prior CG approval. Then this is an exception. It says, generally what do we say? Sir, no approval required with RFC, EFCs. The payment is made out of RFC, EFC. Here it says except item number 9. Means even if the payment is made out of RFC, EFC, still prior CG approval is required. Still prior CG approval is required. Clear? In the module, you will see a table where they have given the different departments. Like cultural collide will be like Ministry of Broadcast, then sports wala body will be there. So just read that chart. In the module, they have given a table, okay? My third list is of RBI. Sir, schedule 1, 2, 3, 3. Rule 3, 4, 5, 5. So rule 5, read with schedule 3 of foreign exchange management, current account transaction rule 2000. Sir, following transactions are permitted. Sir, how much amount? Sir, $250,000. How much, sir? $250,000 per person per financial year. I have 4 members, $10 lakh per person per family per financial year. If the limit gets over, take RBI ka approval. Prior RBI approval. Acha, if the payment is made out of RFC, EFC, no approval required. So this is for individuals. So what you can do? Private visit to any country except Nepal, Bhutan. Gift or donation you can give. Going abroad for employment, emigration, maintenance of close relative abroad, travel for business, attending conferences, expenses in connection with medical treatment, studies abroad, any other transaction. So these are my personal items. If I am going for personal items, sir, $250,000 tak, no permission. The 250 is over, prior RBI approval. Payment made out of RFC, EFC, no RBI approval. However, item number 478 means emigration, guys, means emigration, medical treatment abroad, studies abroad. Emigration, medical treatment abroad, studies abroad. If it goes beyond 250, for example, $260,000 is there. Law says if it is beyond 250, you require prior RBI approval. Payment made out of RFCFC, no RBI approval required. But here 478, this is an exception. Even if it is beyond 250, but this figure came from country of emigration, this treatment came from hospital abroad, this figure came from university abroad. Even if it is beyond 250, no RBI approval is required. So this is called as liberalized remittance scheme. Even if it is so required, it says even if it's so required by country of immigration, medical institute offering treatment, or the university respectively. So still no approval is required. If I have given a gift of $10,000, so from 250 my 10,000 will get reduced, I am left with 240. I went to visit some country, I used $30,000. So 240 means 30,000 will be reduced, 210 is pending. Now I want to spend like $2,20,000. So my limit is 210, I want to spend 220, the prior RBI approval. But if I am making the payment, out of RFC, EFC, then no approval is required. But approval will be required only for the excess amount or full amount. I am saying 250 was my limit. I gave gift of 10,000 to somebody. Then I used 30,000 for some other purpose. I am left with 2,10,000. Now I want to do a transaction of 220. I'll take RBI approval because my limit is total is 250. I'm left with only 210. So my question to you champions is right in the chat. You will take RBI approval for balance 10,000 or full 220. Right? Balance या full. Balance या full. you will take for full. For full. Okay. Then, if a person who is a resident but not permanently resident in India, other than citizen of foreign state, I mean other than Pakistan, is a citizen of foreign state who has come to India, or who is a citizen of India who is on deputation to office or branch in India, may make remittance up to his net salary. That means if you are coming to India, you are working in India, but you are from outside India, or you are a citizen of India, but working outside India, but you have come to India for some work, and you are sending net salary, you have become prime and you are sending net salary. Even that amount is $260,000, no approval is required. Okay, because you are remitting up to net salary. What is net salary? Deduction of taxes, contribution to PF, and other deduction. Okay, that is 4 exceptions are there: immigration wala, medical treatment wala, then university wala, and net salary. So even if it is beyond 250, no approval required. Even if it is beyond 250, no approval is required. Understood? This is for individuals. Very, very, very important other than individuals. First one. 5 items are there. Number 1, donation. The donation, if you are donation by corporate, okay, to funds or creation of shares or to a technical institution, they are doing donation. How much is allowed? Sir, 1% of foreign exchange earning of last 3 years. Don't do average. Lot of people do average here. They have not said average. They say 1% of foreign exchange earnings or $50 lakh, guys, or $50 lakh, whichever is less. Okay, 1% of foreign exchange earnings, 1% of foreign exchange earning or $50 lakh, whichever is less. Donation has to be less. 1% of foreign exchange earning or $50 lakh, whichever is less. Up to this limit, no RBI approval. Beyond this limit, RBI ka approval. Payment made out of RFC, EFC, no RBI approval. Okay, remember the limit: 1% of forex or $50 lakh, whichever is less. Number 2, I'm doing this one, consultancy. Big consultancy. So big consultancy means infra consultancy. For power, railway, seaport, airport, telecom, roads, industrial parks, urban sewage. So big consultancy. What is the limit? Sir, $1 crore per project. Guys, what is the limit? $1 crore per project. Sir, $80 lakhs, no approval. 1 crore $10 lakh, prior RBI approval. $1 crore, no RBI approval. Because if it is exceeding, then only you require approval. The payment made out of RFC, EFC, no approval required. Then, small consultancy. I have taken some small consultancy from outside India. Like for Vastu and astrology I have taken. How much is the limit? $10 lakh per project. Please check the zero. You need tens, 100,000, 10,000 lakh, 10 lakh. $10 lakh. Big consultancy, $1 crore. Here, $10 lakh. Okay, that is number 3 and number 4. Number 2 item. Remittance by an entity in India. The companies in India, they are sending money outside India for reimbursement of pre-incorporation expenses. What is the limit? Sir, 5% of investment brought in India or $1 lakh, whichever is higher. Only donation is less. Okay, rest everything, consultancy is basically flat. So your remittance, what they are saying, 5% of inward remittance brought in India or $1 lakh, whichever is higher. $1 lakh, whichever is higher. Then, very repetitive, very important. Commission to the agents abroad for selling flats or plots in India. Plot is in India, agent is outside India. They are giving commission. How much is the limit? Same point, 5% of inward remittance. There also it was 5% of investment in India. Here, 5% of inward remittance. Here, the limit was $1 lakh. For agent commission, the limit is $25,000. How much is the limit? $25,000. Whichever is higher. So let's quickly scribble. Sir, my donation ka limit is 1% of foreign exchange earnings or $50 lakh, whichever is less. The second is my reimbursement of pre-incorporation. Reimbursement. What is the limit, sir? 5% of inward remittance. Not inward, it is investment. 5% of investment or $1 lakh, whichever is higher. Third, big consultancy, infra wala consultancy, $1 crore per project. Sir, small consultancy for Vastu, sir, $10 lakh per project. Sir, agent commission is how much? 5% of same point inward remittance or $25,000, whichever is higher. Just see this, This is 1,25,000, which is very high. Acha, for 1, 2, 3, 4, if the payment is made out of RFC, EFC, no approval required. But if for fifth item, even if the payment is made out of RFC, EFC, still EFC, still you require RBI ka prior approval. RFC means resident foreign currency account. EEFC means exchange earners foreign currency account. Exchange earners foreign currency. Acha, one more point is there. Sorry, not over. Consolidation of family members. It says remittance under family members. Okay, you can club it provided that opening of a bank account or investment or purchase of property if they are not the co-owners of the overseas bank or account or investment of property. It says clubbing is not permitted. I would say positively, clubbing is permitted when those people are your co-owners or co-founders, or if you're opening a bank account, co-partners, co-owners, co-partners of the overseas bank account or the property. I want to remit 250, I can remit. I want to club my family members limit. So I am buying a big property. So you can club it provided that all the persons whose limit has been contributed, I mean, if you are using it, they should be co-owners of the property. Sir, exemption by making payment via credit card. I am abroad outside India. I am roaming here and there. I want to make payment outside India. My 250 limit is over. I am making payment via credit card. Then no approval is required because the credit card was issued by bank. Bank ka godfather is RBI. RBI knows where I am using. Over समाप्त साला થઈ How was it, guys? Full FEMA recalled. How was it? Please write in the chat. Please write in the chat. How was it? I hope you remember, you have recorded all the points. Find this in Telegram group. Thank you. Okay, let's do Jan ka paper so that you get confidence. So what I have found out is generally 1C and 6C, I think. We'll just check. 1C, though I remember. 6C are descriptive on FEMA. Generally. In last 5-6 attempts, 1C and 6C is always on FEMA. This is Jan ka paper. Okay. Please use your brain. We have just recalled it. I want everybody to answer in the chat, even if, okay, it will boost your confidence to the next level. Okay, let's read this together. 4 mark answer. C means 4 mark ka question, 2 marks each. First one we are doing. S Limited is income in 24, is engaged in manufacture of lithium batteries for two-wheeler. The company makes its products domestically and exports to Mexico. In the year 25, the company engaged in following transaction. Commission paid. Hint. Mexico. The sale of companies bought in India. 1,000 against the inward remittance at $50,000 from exchange earners foreign currency account EFC. Examine whether above transactions exempted from approval of RBI. You need to answer whether approval required, not required. Approval required, not required. Use your brains and answer. Sir, if I remember the limit of agent ka commission was 5% of inward remittance. $9,50,000 or $25,000, whichever is higher. 5% of 950 will come at 47,500 or $25,000, whichever is higher. So guys, my limit is 7,500. If the commission was made up to 47,500, no approval was required. But in the question they are making payment of $3,000. So my RBI ka approval is required. Then there was a provision that if payment is made out of RACFC, then approval not required. But you remember exception item number 5. Item number 5. Agent commission is item number 5. RBI approval required. I will write schedule 1, 2, 3. Schedule is 3. Schedule 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Rule is 5. With. Perfect. I do not know the answer. We'll check it later on. My first answer. Second. Bob the builder. Bob is the director of Sky Limited. Along with his wife, major son and father, purchased a property in Mexico, holding equal shares in the property. They collectively remitted 8,000, 10 lakh, $10 lakh. Bob, first guy. Wife, second person. Third, major son. Fourth, father. Confirm that all family members have complied with the applicable terms and conditions, and the amount is within the limit prescribed for remitting from ECO. Examine whether Bob and his family can remit $10 lakh in a single financial year without requiring any approval. Tell me yes or no. Second answer, guys. Second answer. Yes. Sir, because person can club the income provided the persons are the co-owners of the property. तब आपके they are the co-owners. Cool. Let's check the answer. Second. What teaching? What teaching? What teaching? Both the answers are right. So generally you will find 1C on FEMA. Is your confidence boosted, guys? Have you understood the level of knowledge, the level of question what I say will be testing you in the exam after a week? I hope you will not forget Gajni people. You will remember it. You will remember it. Okay? I hope so. Six C. Examine as per FEMA. B Limited had a foreign exchange earning of unit, tens, 100,000, 10,000 lakh, 10 lakh crore in the last 3 financial years. What is the max amount of company that can donate without RBI approval? Odi Itto, AV Limited. Ah, thank you, my friend. Hey, give me the answer for this. Tell me, bro. First answer. sir, 1% of 1 crore 20 lakh dollar or 50 lakh dollar, whichever is less. 1% will be 12 lakh dollar or 50 lakh dollar, whichever is 12 lakh dollar. Kiran, okay, either I am wrong. Oh yeah, sorry, my mistake. Now 1.2. 1.2 lakh. 1 crore, I mean 12 lakh would be 10%, 1% would be 1.2 lakh. 1.2 lakh. My decimal problem. I'll see in the exam, okay? 1.2 lakh dollars or 50 lakh, which is less. It is 1 lakh $20,000. 1 lakh. Okay. If the payment is made of RFC, EFC, irrespective of the amount, no approval required. Want to add line? Second. RBI wants to make remittance 6% of investment brought in India. Does it require RBI approval? Make remittances of 6% of investment brought in India. The limit was 5% of investment brought in India or 1 lakh dollar, whichever is higher. 1 lakh dollar, whichever is higher, correct? You tell me. Approval required, not required. Approval required, not required. Sir, approval because they are making 6%, assuming that 1 lakh dollar, I mean 6% or 1 lakh dollar, whichever is higher, assuming this 6% is higher, this 6% is higher, assuming I have to write that assumption now because they have not given the amount. It requires RBI approval. Okay, let's check the answer. The answer to the question is on the presumption that remittance by way of reimbursement of pre-incorporation, the value of 6% vis-a-vis 1 lakh dollar. We are assuming that the percent is higher. That is an assumption I am taking. Okay, and accordingly the answer may change. Whatever you want to take an assumption. Ideally, you should say approval is required. Understood? Both done. 4 plus 4 marks done. 1C, 6C will always be on FAM. If you see May 20, Jan 26 exam, question 1C and C, always on FAM. Focus that first in the exam. Let's do MCQ. Three questions are there. So, case scenario 4, G Limited Tech Service Company headquartered in India plans to engage in several foreign exchange transactions and sponsorship funds worth 130 to support a private tech conference abroad organized by non-government association. Limit royalty payment $150 under technical collaboration. Make a marketing exceeding 15 foreign print publication, foreign print publication. Tourism targeting foreign visitors, cultural exchange to cultural tours for $80,000. Answer as per FEM. First, related to remittance of amount mentioned for sponsoring a private tech conference abroad, which of the following is correct option? Tell me. Ending sponsorship worth 130 to support a private tech conference abroad organized by non-government association is allowed freely as a promotion of trade, prohibited under Schedule 1, requires prior approval Schedule 2, does not require approval from government if routed by EFC or ARFC. I need alphabet. Choose your answer. We have just discussed this. Ninth answer. Sixth answer. Ninth का answer. Even have said B. Mahadev have said A. Yes, everybody has said C. I'm marking it. I think it is wrong. Maybe wrong. 10th. Royalty remittance or technical collaboration agreement. Royalty payments for totaling $150,000 under a technical collaboration agreement for licensing were developed overseas. Permissible without approval. Prohibited under Schedule 1. Requires approval under Schedule 2 since the amount exceeds the threshold. You have mucked up schedules, boss. Schedule 1 is prohibited to your CG, 3 is RBA. Allowed only if remitted from an EFC or RFC account. Second answer after my dot dot. Second answer, guys. Really permissible without any approval. Schedule 1, Schedule 2, EFC, RFC. Is really permissible. Okay, so saying marking it. D. Seventh. Glacom has made two remittance, 15,000 foreign print media, promote inbound tourism. Cultural exchange tours worth $80,000. Which is the correct option? Is correct. After my dot dot. Issue Nisarga, I think you are wrong. This is easy. Cultural too, so you require approval. It falls and CGLLC, it requires approval. Right? Number 2 requires approval. Number 2 requires approval. Number 2 requires approval. Are making payment for foreign print media. Foreign print media is not in bad work, na? Advertisement you have said limit $10,000, but it is promotion of tourism. Tourism is fit. You do not require any approval. It is freely allowed and it does not require approval. 11 is B. Issue Nisarg, you were wrong. Rest everybody was right here. Okay, let's check the answer. 9, 10, 11. 9 का answer is A. 10 का answer is A. 11 is B. This is right. I'll explain why people went wrong here. Hold on. Because 10th is very easy. Royalty remittance. You're getting money outside India for technical collaboration. If you see the option, Schedule 1 talks about bad work. It's not prohibited list. Prohibited mein bad work is there. Technically remittance is not there anywhere. Schedule 2 is CG का list. CG में it is transportation. Advertisement में 10,000 का limit is there. Remittance of prize money में 1 lakh का limit is there. Technical collaboration is not there anywhere. How can be allowed only if remitted from EFC or RFC? I have not taught in the entire chapter specific something on RFC EFC. If it is permitted, you make payment out of RFC EFC, no approval required. If permitted via RBI route, payment made out of RFC, FC, then no approval required, right? It's connected with CG and RBI. And they have used the word only. When I was teaching law, if you have attended my session, I have told you this, there can never be anything only in the entire syllabus. There can never be anything only. So this option is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong. This is A, correct, freely permissible. It is basically your consultancy. You're making payment for technical collaboration. You have taken consultancy, you're making royalty payment to them. It is freely permissible. Limit is big consultancy 1 crore, small is 10 lakh. In the question, they have given 1,50,000, right? 1,50,000. No approval is required. It's freely permissible. If it was 10 lakh, above 10 lakh rupees, 10 lakh dollar, then RBI approval would be required. Okay. Then, ninth. Again, same logic. Was sponsoring of a private tech conference abroad. Sponsor is like donation. Donation comes in what? RBI wala list. What is the limit? 1% of forex or 50 lakh dollar, whichever is less. Schedule 1 is prohibited. No, sir. Schedule 2 is CG. No, sir. Government, they are saying, no, sir. It is freely allowed. They have not given any list. They are just saying $1,30,000. I assume it is less. So my option A becomes correct. So 9 is A. Have you understood now the level of MCQs? People who went wrong, I hope things are clear to you now. Is confidence boosted, guys? Cool. With this, FEMA is over. I think we have done it like around 1 hour. 1 hour maybe we have completed FEMA. So what you can do is after coming after your accounts paper, you can start this video, watch FEMA, revise quickly. FEMA gets over in 1 hour. Let's take a small break of 5-10 minutes. Get light, eat something, drink water, okay? In next 5-10 minutes, we'll continue. Right now, 340, 350 we start and we're gonna do GCA. GCA will take approximately 40 minutes and then the questions of GCA, okay? The GCA will also get over with me. So let's continue in like 5-10 minutes. We'll be back. Cool. Welcome back, guys. Let's resume. Again, we saw GCA. Again, it comes for 8 marks in the exam, descriptive media, and 2 to 4 marks in your MCQ. So it's basically 8 to 12 marks ka weightage. So FEMA ka year was 1999, GCA ka 1897, 1897. Again, it's not a detailed content, it's the exam oriented content. Last day of the exam revision, come chance paper, open the video, quickly recall the concept. Okay. And our notes would be same here, and the question number is upside down, but the notes are exactly same what we have written in the class. Okay. So GCA, there were 3 GCAs. One was GCA 1868, it came on 3rd Jan 1860. Then GCA 1887, 14 Jan 1887. The latest GCA is 1897. So what is the purpose of the act? To provide interpretation of various terms provided in the statute or act or law. They are called as central laws, central acts. Okay? Or whether term is not defined, or whether terms are defined but the interpretation is contradictory in nature. You come and follow GCA. Purpose of GCA. Now, the GCA is applicable all the central act applicable, guys. Disturbance in sound. Hello. Please check now. Is it proper? Hello. Check. Hello. Is it proper or there's some issue again? Clear, right? I mean, yes, sir means. So it says GCA 1897 is applicable all the central act, basically, which is applicable to the entire country, formed by the parliament. When parliament is there, that means president must have given the approval, or formed by the constituent assembly with the assent of governor general. This is basically prior to constitution, prior to 26 Jan 1950. Section 4 provides a provision of the such act, that means the latest GCA will also apply partially on all the central acts which were incorporated between the applicable of GCA 1868 or GCA 1897. 1868 to 1887, 1887 to 1897, if any act were came in during that phase, so the latest GCA will be applicable. It will be applicable partially, not entirely. This is applicability, not so important for the exam because there are other content which they can ask in. And this diagram is there, which is on the applicability. Not so important because we've done the theory for that. And then the types of states, it was only for your knowledge, not an exam content. 4 parts are there: part A, part B, part C, part D. Part D is basically a UT. Meaning that is part A, where they have given to the government. Part B, which were with the king only. Part C, where partially was with the king, partially was with the government. Okay, there were 4 parts: part A, part B, part C, part D. Only for your knowledge, not an exam. From here, the answer starts. Sir, explain preamble. Every act has a preamble, which is SOP of the act. SOP means, sir, scope, object, purpose of the act. It acts as an aid, the interpretation of the act. It helps to interpret the act. Preamble can never override the provision of the act, but only it can be used for interpretation. If preamble is saying something else, act is saying something else, always act will be superior. Act will win. Mark ka 3 mark, 4 mark, explain preamble. Explain definition ka definition. Spelling is wrong here. Definitions. Explain definition ka definition. Every act contains some definition, is generally contains section 2 or 3 or some initial section. That's basically one. If a definition is mentioned in your act, you go and follow that act. But if it is not mentioned or the interpretation is contrary, you come and follow which act? GCA. Generally, you will follow your act ka definition. Companies Act, Gratuity Act, maybe Income Tax Act. But if some word is weird, vague, or it is not defined, you follow GCA. Then explain means and includes. It can come in the exam. Means. If the word means is used in the definition, it is basically exhaustive. Guys, exhaustive means exact definition. If the word includes is used in the definition, it is basically inclusive, means an extensive definition. Like for example, goods means every kinds of movable property, growing crops, grass, shares, things, attachment and farming part of the land which can be severed from the land, excluding money and actionable claims. That is means exact definition. Includes dividend, includes interim dividend. So you can have a broader meaning, extensive meaning. Basically includes. Then there was a concept called as shall and may. Shall basically means mandatory force, may basically means directory force. So the word shall can be used as may can be used as shall. Shall can be may can be shall. Shall can be may can be. The next one is explain act. Act basically means an action or an activity. Act with reference to an offense or a civil wrong includes a series of acts, and words which refer to acts and also extend to illegal omissions. If you have done something wrong, we will say it is an act. It is a wrong act. ACT, wrong act. If you have omitted something purposefully, it's a wrong act. If you have contravened something, it's a wrong act. Okay. Important, explain affidavit. Affidavit shall include two things: affirmation, that means positivity, and declaration, that means you are saying something. In the case of persons by law who are allowed to affirm or declare instead of swearing. So two things are there. One is affirmation. Number two is declaration. It includes affirmation and declaration in case of persons allowed to affirm instead of or declare instead of swearing. The same line they have copied in the diagrammatic form. It says affidavit shall include. Include means inclusive definition. This definition is inclusive in nature. It is a written statement confirmed by oath or affirmation for use as an evidence in court or before any authority. So whatever you are saying, I agree. The authority will say, police will say, we agree to you. But you give me in writing. When you guys give me in writing, it is called as what? Affidavit. Called as what? Affidavit. Important answer, 3 mark, 4 mark answer, it can be there. Explain document. The document will include anything written, expressed or described. Written, expressed, described upon either any substance by means of either letters or figures or marks or by more, like a combo by more than one of those means which is intended to be used or which may be used for the purpose of recording that matter. Example, books, files, paintings, inscription and even computer files. Document, everything is a document. It's a physical form, like I'm writing on this paper, it is all electronic form. Everything is a document. Enactment you can skip. Enactment basically means law. So law is basically called as what? Enactment. You can skip that. Important definition, financial year. Sir, financial year means year commencing on first day of April. The term year has been defined as a year calculated as per British calendar year. British calendar. For example, in India we follow financial year, it starts on April. The term year, when they use the word year, it always means British calendar year. That basically means Jan to December. Jan to December. Thus, as per GCA, year means Jan to December. Year means what? Jan to December. If they say financial year, first day of April. If they say year, as per British calendar, that means basically Jan to December. Therefore, financial year and calendar year is not the same. Therefore, financial year and year is not the same. Exam question, define financial year. Year. Difference between financial and calendar year. Financial year starts from first day of April, but calendar year starts from first day of January. Okay. Now, Central Act. The Central Act means which is applicable to whole of India, which were notified by Parliament for the acts after 26 Jan 1950. But before Parliament, what was there? Constituent Assembly. Who must have notified? Governor General. An act passed before the commencement of Constitution, or an act made before the commencement of Constitution by Governor General. So this is the definition of Central Act. Act passed before the commencement of Constitution, act made before the commencement of Constitution by Governor General. Definition of Central Act. Central government ka definition. Sir, for the acts formed before 26 January 1950, it was Governor General. For honor after 26 January 1950, it was President of India, and it will include state government with respect to the laws of state government, Chief Commissioner or the government of neighboring state and administrator of UT. So this is the definition. You need to mark it up for central government. Very important definition, good faith. Lot of questions on good faith, okay? So if I am teaching you correct, if I am teaching you today, okay? So you have come here, you will believe me, right? That I'll be teaching you right things. So by mistakenly, I have taught you wrong. Still, your belief that I am teaching in good faith will not be shaken. It will still be good faith only. You must have heard about that in Hindi we say Jago Grahak Jago. Foundation kids, let the buyer beware. So if you are a buyer, I am a seller. It is your duty to come and check the goods. You cannot directly trust me. Except perishable goods, service industry, like you will not know. No? Like you have to see demo videos of us. Then you will trust on seeing a demo, right? So if there are perishable goods, there you can't check. You have to trust there. Trust the seller. That's a good faith. It says a thing shall be deemed to be done in good faith, where it is in fact done honestly. I'm teaching you honestly. Whether it is done negligently or not. So by mistakenly I have taught you something wrong. Still it will be in good faith. The term good faith has been defined differently in different enactments. An honest purchase made carelessly. An honest purchase made carelessly. Without making proper inquiry. You have not come and asked any question to me. It cannot be made to have been made in good faith so as to convey good title. Buyer, it is your duty to come and ask question, check the goods. Honest purchase made carelessly without any inquiry cannot be made to be in good faith. Cannot be said to be made in good faith. Okay? Important answer. Then, government or the government. It says government or the government shall include both central government and state government. Hence, whenever the word government is used, it will also include central government and state government both. This is also an exam content. Government. Government and the government means what? Both central government and state government. Wherever the word government is used, it will include both central and state government. Then, very important, immovable property. Immovable property will include land, benefits arising out of land, things attached to what, and something permanently fastened to anything attached to what. So, for example, land is there. It's an immovable property. Benefits arising out of land, tree. Things attached to earth, example building, and on building there is a tower of Airtel that is permanently fastened to anything attached to earth. Or you can take example of lift. Land is there, land pe building is there, building mein inside lift is there, it's permanently fastened. You can't remove every day na lift. It's immovable property. So land, trees, road, correct? All these are immovable property. So we have made a list. Timber is not an immovable property. Right to drain water is not an immovable property. Arrears of land. Please check in your notes whether we have written this or not. Arrears of land is not immovable property. In the entire syllabus, till now only 3 things they have said it is not immovable property. Timber, right to drain water, arrears of land. If the question talks about future rent is immovable property. Remember this, it came in MCQ in September ka paper. So from there I have taken arrears of land, arrears of rent, not an immovable property. Future rent, immovable property. Important. Official Gazette. The official Gazette means Gazette of India, Gazette of State. Gazette of India, Gazette of State. It's a public journal or an authorized legal document of the government of India, published weekly. What will you say? Published weekly by the Department of Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs, and it is printed by Government of India Press. Government of India Press. It is published weekly by Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs, and it is printed by whom? Government of India Press. Government of India Press. Note. The term affidavit, oath and swear all means the same. Just a point. Then. Next answer says effective date. Sir, if an act is notified and in that they have notified that date, it will be applicable from the midnight of that specified date. From the midnight of that specified date. If the date is specified, it will be applicable from the midnight of that specified date. The date was not notified. Then it will be applicable from the date it was assented by President of India for the acts incorporated on or after 26 Jan 1950. And by Governor General for the acts incorporated before 26 Jan 1950. Now when I say midnight, if I'm saying one act is applicable from 1st April 2025, it says midnight of that specified date. So midnight means like 31st March ka night, 31st March 25 ka night, or like 1st April ka night. That means 2nd April ka early morning. This is A, this is B. I am saying the date they have mentioned is 1st April. Line says it is midnight of that specified date. So my question is, midnight means what? A, you have to think like 31st March, 12 o'clock, clock strikes, 1st April starts from that, or 1st April is full gone at night, 12 a.m., then 2nd April will start. That is B. Tell me what it is. It is A. Okay, A. Midnight means that when the first start, like when the clock at 12 strikes, first starts, that is midnight. Okay. Then repeal. If a central law in central regulations or a act or regulation, central act or a regulation made repeals any act made or yet to be made, the repeal shall not. That means repeal basically means permanently delete. Revive anything not enforced or prevailed during that period. If something is repealed, like the provision we have deleted or an act has been deleted, okay, it's called as repealed. So it will not revive. Today, if I am saying that we are deleting 50 sections of Companies Act, so whatever has happened on those 50 sections in 2024-25, it cannot revive. It cannot affect the prior management of the law which is repealed. It the student has missed some part of repeal. I'll just open the book and it means same content you have written in the book. It will not revive anything not enforced prevailed during that period or affect the prior management. If somebody was put in jail, he will not be removed. If you have paid penalty, it cannot be refunded. If you have a power to investigate, it will not be happening now. If you have power to claim something, it will not come out. It will not affect any claim, any privilege, any responsibility or a debt obtained. It will not affect any punishment or forfeiture or penalty. It will not affect any inquiry, litigation, remedy with regard to such claim because it has been repealed. The object of the repeal is to obliterate the act from statutory books except for certain purpose. That means it is permanently delete. Deletion means repeal is basically shift plus delete. So whenever act is repealed, it must be considered as it have never existed. That means there was no act. It is basically permanently deleted. Delete means it has deleted from today. It has a retrospective effect. Repeal has a prospective effect. Repeal brings about complete obliteration of the provision as if it never existed, thereby affecting all rights, all course of actions related to the repeal provision. No action, nothing can be happened. But delete. It affects on the date of legislature affecting the said deletion. That means today, from today it will be effective. Never to affect the total affecting or wiping of the provision. That means, so it is deleted from today. So till yesterday, whatever power was there, it was there. Claiming ka, right ka, action ka, penalty ka, whatever has happened. Today it is deleted. So repeal may you say it is permanently deleted, prospective effect, and delete may today it is deleted. It is basically from today it is deleted. Okay. So repeal is an important answer in your notes. Please mark that important. Then explain computation of time, section 10. Sir, the time taken to the time to take legal action shall be within the time specified as per law. However, if on that day the court is closed, if it is a limitation act transaction, you will always take preceding day. So it is not in the syllabus. This is in the syllabus. If it is any other act transaction, you will take next working day on which the court is open. What will you take? Next working day on which the court is open. Section number 10. Section number 10. Okay. 10. I think the student has missed section number 9 also. Section number 9 is computation of time. Please check in the notes. Section number 9 would be there. It shall be sufficient for the purpose of law. What do? Sir, you exclude the first day, and you include the last day in the series of date. Please check. You say like this: you exclude the first, you include the last. So if we say if a company has declared dividend for the AGM held on 30th September 2026, so they have declared this. So you leave this date. You start from first and you include the last date. So 30th would be excluded and 30th September would be excluded and 30th October would be included. So we remember like this: computation of time, section 9. Computation of time, section 9. Computation of time, section 9. Section 10. This is also computation of time. Then gender and number. This also came in exam. Words importing masculine gender shall be taken to include feminine gender. Words importing masculine gender shall be taken to include feminine gender. Male will include female, not vice versa. The word singular shall include plural and vice versa. If there is a specific gender, that's bullock, would not be interpreted to include cows. So bullock defines to a particular gender. It will not include cow. Like we say, male includes female. Bullock is male, but bullock is referring to a specific gender. So it will not include section 13, gender and numbers. Then, sir, what is the procedure to make rules or bylaws? The next answer says, what is the procedure to make rules or bylaws? So whenever a government or an authority wants to make a rule or bylaw, they can't directly impose. They have to follow this procedure. So what is the procedure? So the authority who has a power shall publish the draft of the proposed rules for the information of the interested person. What they will do? They will publish first draft. The publication shall be made in such manner as the authority may deem fit. Then the time should be published in the draft published by the authority. How much time you can oppose? The authority shall consider recommendation and the obligation of all the interested parties. If the authority is in consultation with any other board or panel, then the board shall also consider recommendation of the interested persons. So you have to consider of everybody. Thereafter, the authority shall publish the rules and bylaws, and on publication OG, it will be a conclusive evidence that the rule or the law has been formed. So repeal wala answer and this bylaw wala answer. This is direct answer, descriptive answer, no logic, no concept, direct mugging wala answer. Okay? Then punishment under 2 acts. So if an act or omission constitutes an offense under 2 or more enactments, if an action or an omission constitutes same offense in 2 different acts, then the offender shall be liable to be prosecuted and punished under either of the acts or any of those acts, but shall not be punished twice. For the same offense. So the offense has to be same or similar in 2 acts. 2 different offense in 2 different acts. This rule is not applicable. If the offense is same or similar in 2 different acts, then you will not be punished twice. You will be punished only once. Section number 26 of GCA. Then 27. Meaning of service by post. Section number 27. So when any registration or regulation requires any document to be served by post, then unless a different intention appears, the service of post will be deemed to be effected when you have properly addressed, you have prepaid it and posted by registered post. Properly addressed, prepaid, posted by registered post. If a notice is required to be sent by registered post, acknowledgement due. Instead, it is sent only by registered post, then the benefit of section 27 will not be available. What is the benefit? That if you have prepaid it, properly addressed it and sent by registered post, it will assume to be delivered. But if the law says you have to send by a acknowledgement due, RPAD, register post acknowledgement due, then this benefit will not be applicable if you have sent instead only by post. If the notice is refused or not claimed by the party, we will always assume that the notice is served. We will always assume that the notice is served. Then there are a few pointers. Please check whether these points are not there or not in the notes, or else you can take a screenshot. GCA does not define. What will you say? GCA does not define any territorial extent. It is applicable primarily to all the central laws. They have not defined any Jammu, Kashmir, nothing. It says it is applicable to all the central laws. Sir, month. Month means a month reckoned as per the British calendar. When we say year, year is as per British calendar. Month is also as per British calendar. Sir, offense. Offense means an act or omission made punishable by law for time being in force. Any act or omission made punishable by law for time being in force. Person. Person will include ABC. ABC matlab A is association, B is body of individual, whether incorporated or not, C is company. ABC. A is association, B is body of individual, C is company. Then this question came in Jan ka paper. Like for example, if you know GST. ₹100 pe I have to pay 18 rupees as GST, correct? Now, so which is ideally my 18 rupees. So if somebody is asking you, sir, on 72 rupees ka value of supply, what will be my GST? So it will be 18% on this, correct? Logical, right? It is a law. It says, whereby any law, any duty means any tax of custom or excise or in the nature thereof, that means GST, is leviable on any given quantity or by either by weight or measure of value. In my example, it was value of any goods or merchandise. Then a similar duty is leviable as per the same rate on any greater or lesser quantity. Imagine if I'm saying for 120 ka 18%. That's a higher quantity. Lesser ka example is 72. This is section number 12. You can take a screenshot of it. So there was a question on Jan 26. Question 5. On this only it was there. Then section 16. See, if I have a power to appoint, I have the power to remove or suspend also. Says the authority who has a power to make appointment will also have the power to suspend or dismiss any person appointed either by itself or any other authority in the excess of that power. If I am appointing you, I have a power to remove you also. So there was a question in May 24, question 2C, May 24. 5 and 6 point came as a answer in exam. Please take a screenshot of it. Then you write in your GCA ka notes only. Last point. A law related to successors of any functionaries or of a corporation having perpetual succession to express its relation to the functionaries or corporation. Means, like imagine president was there of, let's take an example of Karnataka Municipality Club. Karnataka Municipality Club. Mr. A. He passed some order. Then his tenure got over. Now Mr. B came. He is executing that order. Mr. A was the president. His tenure got over. He has passed some order of demolition of some building. Okay. Now Mr. B is come into the picture. He is the new president now. The question is, can Mr. B exercise that order? Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes. Because the order is not passed by Mr. A. The order is passed by the post, that is the president. That is the president. So there was a question in May 25, question 5C. Okay. Done. Let's do paper ka question. So Jan 26 में they had asked offense का definition. What we have written in the notes. Offense का definition under GC. And this was a question. A little different question which came in the exam. ABC is in the manufacturing of life-saving drugs. The company has a plant in Kerala. The turnover is 52 crores. In the first quarter of the current financial year, the company ka turnover has reached 50 crore. ABC is expecting turnover for 200 crore for the next financial year. The company in its board meeting decided to appoint a cost auditor for the financial year 24-25. According to the GCA, by what date ABC must file cost auditor appointment and how is this timeline calculated? So basically, this is a question on calculation of timeline. But for this, you should know provision of cost auditor, which is not there in the syllabus. Okay? I'll just tell you what it is. Finally, you appoint within 30 days. When you file, you inform to the authority, basically ROC, within 30 days of appointment, or within 180 days from commencement of financial year. Okay. So 1st August. Whichever I think it is earlier. Whichever is earlier. You have to file the notice of such appointment with CG within 30 days of the board meeting in which the appointment is made, or within a period of 180 days from the commencement of financial year, whichever is earlier. Now, remember, you exclude the first, you include the last. You exclude the first, you include the last. In the given case, the time limit will be 31st August 24. That is within 30 days of 1st August, correct? You exclude first if you count 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, you will reach up to 31st August. Or if you count 180 days from the commencement of financial year comes up to 27 September, whichever is earlier. Whichever is earlier basically means 31st August. So you are supposed to file by 31st August 24. In your GCA ka notes, please write the refer question 2C Jan 26. 2C. So 2 marks ka this question, 2 marks ka offense. See offense ka answer. Offense means any act omission made by punishable by law or timing in full. Only this much is the answer. Okay, 2C. 5C was also there, 2C and 5C. 5C we have done that. Duty wala point. So in your notes write that 2C, 5C of Jan 26. Okay, so 8 mark ka descriptive. Let's do MCQ of GCA. Case scenario 5. This is the story. Messrs. ABCD Capital listed public company was found guilty of manipulating its share price through false disclosure in quarterly financial statements. The MD was charged under Section 447 of Companies Act for through Regulation 910 of SEBI rules. Read blah 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 blah. The SEBI ka adjudicating officer imposed a monetary penalty of 25 lakhs, recommended criminal prosecution. Later on, special court under Companies Act also imposed a fine of 10 lakhs and 3 years imprisonment on Arvind for same fraudulent act. Sir Arvind appealed, facing 2 obligations. He cannot be punished twice for the same act of fraud under both SEBI and Companies Act. Double punishment issue. The fine imposed under SEBI Act cannot be recovered using Code of Criminal Procedure. SEBI laws are special enactment with their own mechanism. Choose the correct answer. First answer question number 12. 12 का answer guys. 12 का answer. See, everybody see. Okay. 13. If SEBI Act does not expressly include application of CRPC, provision for finding which of the following is correct? SEBI they have not spoken about CRPC. Which one is correct out of this four? Remember that provision, something is not written in your act. Something is not written in your act. Come and follow GCA. Who's the answer? B? B? Let's check. 12 is C, 12 is 13 is B, 13. Logical, it is GCA will apply now automatically. Done. How was it, guys? How was it? We have completed FEMA. We have completed GCA. How was it? I hope you have recalled all the provisions. I hope now your confidence is raised in law. A lot of people would be having a lot of difficulties. I hope now I'm trying to help you out in your difficult times. Okay, so you want to revise again these two chapters, take a small break of like half an hour, 1 hour. Then you revise the content. Okay, because we have done in 1 hour, you to do it in like 1 hour. You're at par with me. Tomorrow again we're gonna meet at 2:30. So 2:30 to 3:30 would be LLP, and 3:30 to 4:30 would be your interpretation. All four topics, 40 marks, 48 marks we calculated would be there in the class itself in the live session. Do share this video link with all your friends, WhatsApp group, cousins, relatives, seniors, the Telegram groups, so that maximum people get the benefit. Now we talk about the corporate law part. I've already uploaded chapter wise revision. You can refer that. I'll try coming live on the exam day. If it is not possible for me, that revision. I'll be available on the Telegram for your doubts. You can join the academic Telegram, or you can Telegram group. I'll be there to solve all your doubts. But make sure confident write the exam. Don't listen here and there. Okay? Trust the handwritten notes. A lot of people have been doubting the handwritten notes. If you study, if you remember the concept, just have to apply the concept. Application is your call, your hard work, not my hard work. I can make the content easy, I can make you write, I can make you remember the content, but applying that content will be your call. If you are not doing that, you can't blame the academy, you can't blame the teacher. Don't ever doubt handwritten notes. Those are very special to me. We have done best part. If we have revised it, we have recalled so many times every day when you were in the class. We have recalled it a lot of times also. Okay, I hope you will remember it and you will get 70. And why 70? Great India, food you'll get that. Okay, people who are appearing both the groups confidently. If you have done with the revision, aim for a rank or 70 plus, which is earlier. Guys, no amendments, no amendments. Ammu, Chinnu, no amendments, no amendments for your attempt. Same syllabus, everything same. If any of your past friend who has not appeared for the exam or who have flunked in the exam, share this video link to him so that he or she watches and get 48 may say my target is to get 40. When I aim for 40, 34, 35 I should get from other laws itself. Okay, signing off guys. Tomorrow I'm in Bangalore right now guys. If anybody wants to come and meet me, I'm in the academy at Jayanagar. You can come and meet me. Just coordinate the time with the staff people or just drop me a message on Instagram or Telegram. I'm in Bangalore. I'm here till 5th of this May. Okay, so post 2:30 I'm in the academy only. So if you have a doubt, we can meet in person and clear. Okay, but work hardest, competition is tough. Exams are on. Bye guys, take care. We meet tomorrow 2:30. Do come. We are doing LLP and interpretation. Same pattern, same logic, same confidence. No bakwas, सीधा content. Bye guys. Bye guys, good afternoon. So what's up guys? All good? So yesterday we have completed two chapters. We have completed we have completed FEMA and we have completed GCA. Good afternoon guys, welcome to the class. So right now we are starting with LLP. Please share the link in other WhatsApp and Telegram groups so that maximum people can join and take the benefit. So first we are taking LLP and then we do interpretation. You also know interpretation is interpretation. I hope you have enjoyed yesterday's session. It was fruitful and you have started revising. So today we're going to talk about LLP. So please open your notes. LLP. Shall we start? Please message in the chat. Please start, guys. Hi, Preeti, how are you? Cool. So the year for the LLP is basically LLP Act 2008. Few basic points are there, not important for exam. Just remember there are four schedules. Okay. Four schedule. The first schedule talks about rights and duties of partners and LLP. Schedule 2 talks about conversion of firm into LLP, conversion of private company into LLP, conversion of unlisted public company into LLP. So they are talking about conversion of firm into LLP, private company into LLP, unlisted public company into LLP. That means which company cannot be converted? Listed company. A listed company cannot be converted into LLP. Remember this is MCQ. Now LLP is a hybrid between the company and partnership. So these are certain features only for reading part. Here liability to the partners will be limited to the extent of capital contribution. That's the main essence of the act. It says the partners' liability is limited to the extent of capital contribution. That means personal assets of the LLP will not be at stake. Sorry, personal assets of the partners will not be at stake. Only LLP asset will be at stake. Then LLP itself will be liable for the full extent of its assets. Third, it allows the partners flexibility of organizing their internal structure. Who will do what work will be done in case of absence of that guy, who will do the work. It does not happen in the company. Company is more strict. It's an alternate corporate business vehicle. It's a different entity where you can do business, and it's a new form of legal business entity with limited liability. Okay. Now, these are the features. Then we have written, you read some definition from page 426 main book. In your book, page number would be here and there little because of the edition, but the content is similar. Okay. So few definitions are there. First one is body corporate. Okay. So body corporate means what? So body corporate means company in India, LLP in India, company outside India, LLP outside India. But it will not include, we talk about CASH. It will not include CASH, cash. C is basically Corporation sole, A is any other, S is society, corporate society, and H is HUF. That will come at the later stage. So four things are not included in body corporate. So both these four people cannot become partners. So body corporate basically means company in India, LLP in India, company outside India, LLP outside India. It will not include cash. Corporation sole, A is any other, S is society, H is HUF. Okay. Then all this was read. Financial year. Financial year is 1st April to 31st March. However, the LLP was formed up to 30th September. 30th September, correct. Then your financial year would end on the coming 31st March. But if it was formed on or after 30th September, means 1st October, it will end on the next year ka 31st March. So in Companies Act, we have a date of 31st December. Here we have 30th September. 30th September. Then this were the few definitions. Then next definition was very important definition, sir. What is small LLP? So small LLP means a LLP where the contribution is less than or equal to 25 lakhs. Sir, when I say less than or equal to 25 lakhs means it is maximum 25 lakhs. And turnover is maximum 40 lakhs. So you are a small LLP. Or if it meets such requirements as may be prescribed. Right now they have not prescribed anything. This is only contribution and turnover. Contribution maximum 25 lakhs, turnover maximum 40 lakhs. Important definition. If you don't fall in this definition, you are not a small LP. You are not a small LP. Then there's a question called as advantage or benefits of LP. You can read that at inter-level exam may very rare. Okay. Partners. So from here, the logical content comes, sir, section number 5. Sir, section 5 of which act? LLP Act. So how many who can become a partner? It says an individual or a body corporate. I hope you are clear body corporate. Company in India, company outside India, LLP in India, LLP outside India. Okay. Can become a partner in LLP. An individual cannot be a partner if he is MUA. MUA means M minor unsound mind undischarged insolvent applied for insolvency. MUA. Minor unsound mind undischarged insolvent and applied for insolvency. Following persons can become partner in LLP. Sir, individual can become whether you are a resident or a non-resident or overseas citizen of India or a foreign national. Any individual can become. Sir, LLP can become. Sir, company and foreign company can become. So company and foreign company means company incorporated outside India having a place of business in India. Then foreign LLP can become. Sir, foreign LLP means incorporated outside India having a place of business in India. Then LLP incorporated outside India. Then foreign company means a company which is just incorporated outside India. In simple words, everybody can become a partner in LLP except cash. Corporation, sole, A any other, S is society, corporate society, H is HUF. These four people cannot become a partner in LLP. Rest everybody can become. Okay. So we have written here corporation, sole, C, A is any other, S is society, H is HUF. Okay. Cash cannot become partner in LLP. Cash cannot become partner in LLP. Sir, section number 6 talks about minimum partner. Sir, minimum 2 people are required. Those two has to be DP. Out of those two, one DP who are individuals. Out of that two, one should be resident of India. Resident के लिए we check 120 days during the financial year. Okay, 120 days during the financial year. So, sir, one individual and one individual can start LLP. One individual, one LLP can start a new LLP. Sir, one LLP can start a new LLP. Sir, one individual, one company can start a LLP. So there could be a combination of everybody. Okay. So whatever were permitted in section 5, they together can make a new LLP. But sir, DP has to be individuals. So, sir, individual will become DP. What about this LLP and this company? So they have to appoint a nominee who is an individual. So they will nominate a nominee who is an individual to become a DP. Remember this. Okay. Now it says minimum 2 partners are required. But if the number of partners falls below 2 and such partner carries on the business, below 2 means 1 and such partner carries on the business, then the partner who is left will be liable personally for the obligations of LLP incurred during that period. So incurred during that period means after 6 months ke liye. So if the number falls below 2, that means 1 and you're still carrying on the business, and the person who's left will be liable for the debts after 6 months. Okay. Generally, partner is not liable, but if he is carrying on, if he has broke the rule of minimum 2 partners and he is doing the business, then what's the use of LLP? Personally liable. Generally not liable, but here he will be liable. So 5 partners, 6 DP, 7, sorry, 6 minimum number of partners, 7 talks about DP. Every LLP shall have minimum 2 DP who are individuals, and at least one of them shall be resident of India. If in LLP all the partners are body corporate, means HUF, sorry, means LLP or a company, or where one partner is individual and other is a body corporate, then at least 2 individuals who are partners of such LLP or nominees of such body corporate shall act as DP. Now, resident in India means a person who has stayed in India for minimum 120 days, during financial year. Okay, so this is specifically for LLP ka DP ke liye 120 days. If incorporation document says that Dhoni, Virat will be DP, then such person shall be DP. Dhoni and Virat will be DP. If they are not saying anything, if they are guys not saying anything, each partner from time to time shall be DP, then every partner shall be DP. Then any partner may become DP or cease to be DP as per the LLP agreement. So how you become DP or cease to become DP? As per the LLP agreement. An individual shall become DP only if he has given consent that I am ready to become a DP. Every DP shall obtain DP. Director partner designated partner identification number. Same concept is there in directors in Companies Act. We say DIN, director identification number. Here it is DPIN, designated partner identification number. So 5 is partner, 6 is minimum partner, 7 is designated partner. 8 is liabilities of DP. So generally when we say LLP में some contravention is there, partner will be liable. So we don't refer to every partner. We refer to only DP. DP will be liable. That is written in section number 8. But DP will be liable only to the extent of capital contribution. Okay, he will not be personally liable until unless there is a fraud. Okay. Section number 9, changes in DP. Sir, LLP shall appoint DP within 30 days of vacancy. If my one DP is left, so vacancy should be filled within 30 days of vacancy. If no DP is appointed or if at any time there is only one DP, then each partner shall be DP. Then every partner shall be DP. Okay. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 continuation. 5 is partner, 6 is number of partners, 7 is DP, 8 is liability of DP, 9 is changes in DP. Remember 30 days you have to fill the vacancy. Section 10, penalty for contravention of 7 and 9. 7 was DP, 9 was changes in DP. So it says if number of DP is less than 2, then LLP in its partner shall be liable for 10,000, 100 per day, maximum 1 lakh for LLP, 50,000 for partner. Same way, if the vacancy of DP is not filled, same penalty. Minimum 10,000, 100 per day, maximum 1 lakh for LLP, 1 lakh for LLP, partner till 50,000, 50,000. The only penalty is point number 2, which is different. If LLP fails to file consent of DP, we did this point that you have to take consent. And the above answer, point number 6, you have to take consent of DP. If they have not taken the consent, or if they have taken the consent and failed to file consent of DP with the ROC within 30 days, then LLP and its partner shall be liable for half. 10,000 ka half is, oh here it is, 10,000 ka half is 5,000. 100 per day, remains same. 1 lakh ka half is 50,000. 50,000 ka half is 25,000. So you do half. So first and third penalty same. Second penalty is half of it. If DP is less than 2 or vacancy is not filled, 10,000, 100 per day, maximum 1 lakh for the LLP, 50,000 for the partner. Acha, if consent is not filed with the ROC, then half. 10 ka becomes 5, 100 remains same. 1 lakh ka becomes 50,000, 50,000 becomes 25,000. Section number 10 ka penalty. Then 11. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 important. Okay, 11 and 12. Incorporation documents, contents of incorporation document. Like we have MOA in the Companies Act, here we have incorporation document. Same point it is. Name of LLP, name clause. Proposed business of LLP means object clause. Name and address of registered office of LLP, that means registered office clause. Name and address of each of the persons who will be the partners, subscription association clause. So here they talk about the partners. In point number E, they talk about the designated partners. Name and address of the DP. And my favorite, such other information. This is contents of incorporation document. Now, incorporation by registration. It says if all the requirements of section 11 are fulfilled, then ROC shall within 14 days. Mark 14 days in your notes. It's your MCQ. It may come in the exam. ROC shall within 14 days may register the incorporation document and give a certificate of registration that the LLP is incorporated by the name specified therein. The ROC may accept the statement delivered under section 11 if sufficient evidence that the requirement of section 11 has been complied with. So if they have given a declaration that we have complied, so ROC will assume that they have complied. The certificate so issued will be signed by the ROC and will be signed authenticated seal. So we will sign and put a seal. and it will be a conclusive evidence that all formalities have been complied with and the LLP is incorporated. So 12 is just a connected answer. Just remember 14 days. ROC has the power to issue certificate of incorporation within 14 days. So 5 to 10 important, 11 they have not asked. Maybe in MCQ they can ask us to identify which one will not form content of incorporation document. Okay. Then registered office of LLP and changes there in section number 13, 433 main book. Your page number could be here and there. Okay. Registered office and changes therein. So as such, they have not given any content here. It says every LLP should have a registered office from the date of incorporation so that all the documents can be served on them. So can you change? The answer is yes, I can shift my registered office. So what is the procedure? As may be prescribed. Which form? As may be prescribed. Terms? As may be prescribed. If you contravene any provision of this section, LLP and its partner shall be liable for 500 per day, maximum 50,000. So section 13 may as such they have not given any content. Okay. Just have a quick read from here, everybody. In the class also we have mapped from the notes. So you have a quick read from here. Done? Effect of registration. LLP shall be capable of suing and being sued, have a common seal, do and suffer other things like a body corporate, acquire, own, dispose movable, tangible, intangible property and immovable property. So it's like company SECA feature. Section 14. Kassa. Now, section 15, 16, 17 talks about name. This is important. This will be there in the exam. Please come to section 15, 16, 17. So it says name, reservation of name and change in name. Name, reservation of name and changes in name. The name. Every LLP shall have a name, shall have the word LLP towards the end of its name. Okay. So no LLP shall be registered by a name which is too undesirable or too similar to three things. Another LLP, company or a registered trademark of person. It should not be same as another LLP, company or the trademark. Okay. Remember this, section number 15. Reservation of name. So you have to give choice, three choice. Now what they will do, they will reserve the name for how many days? So they will reserve the name for 3 months from the date of intimation by the ROC. You have to give choice of 3 names. ROC will say, Acha, this name is available and this name will be reserved for how many days? 3 months. MCQ 3 months. Name, reservation of name. Now change in name, section number 17. Important because lot of days are there. It says, if you are registered with an undesirable name, sir, undesirable name means which is similar to three things, either to LLP or to the company or to the trademark of a registered trademark under Trademark Act. Okay, so CG will inform to the LLP, please rectify the name. LLP will change the name within 3 months of the direction of CG. Okay, then LLP will inform to the ROC that they have changed the name within 15 days along with CG ka order. Copy. Okay, so it's very simple. If your name is undesirable, CG will tell you, acha, alter the name, rectify the name. They will give you 3 months. Please change the name. If you have not changed the name, CG will themselves change the name. Imagine you have changed the name. Now you inform to ROC within 15 days from the date of you have changed the name along with CG ka order copy. Now LLP have changed. LLP can change the name in LLP agreement within what date? Within 30 days of change. You have to inform to ROC within 15 days of change. You can make changes in the LLP agreement within 30 days of change. Please check whether you have written this or not in the notes. Please check, guys, whether you have written this. Okay. Then come to section 24, cessation of partnership. Again, important answer. So if you want to break up, you must have heard this line. It's not you, it's me. It's not working out. Let's break up. You'll find someone better. Correct? One of my partner want to resign. Yours resign. So a partner may cease to become a partner by giving notice of how much days? Minimum 30 days to other partners. So you want to resign? From tomorrow I will not come. Like this cannot be there. There has to be a gap of how many days? 30 days. A person shall cease to be a partner of LLP if on death, dissolution, unsound declared as insolvent. So in this four case, you will not give notice logically. Now, if a person ceases to be a partner of the LLP, still the former partner will be a partner unless either he has given the notice to the other partners or he has delivered the notice to ROC. So either you inform to the other partners or you inform to the ROC. And so today, if you give the notice, the effectiveness will not come from today. Like if you are resigning it, you are quitting it, the effectiveness not will come from today. It will come after the expiry of 30 days. So till 30 days, you are a partner. So when you were a partner, okay, today is what, 28th April, you were the partner, today you resign. So 28th April plus more 30 days tak you are the partner. So whatever kand, whatever scam, whatever fraud you have done, you will be liable for that. So the former partner shall be liable for the acts done when he was a partner. After 27th May, like after 30 days, then you will not be liable. Till 27th May, you are liable, okay? In case if you have given notice. The former partner, if he is alive, or a person entitled to his share, means who? If he has died, legal representative. If he has become insolvent, official assignee. In case of death or insolvency, shall be entitled to receive what? Capital so contributed and right to share in profits after deducting losses. So if you are going, okay, so you will get your money. What money, sir? Capital contributed and plus the right to share in the profits after deducting losses. You have died. So your legal representative. You have become insolvent. Your official assignee. You will get two things. Okay. Former partner or the person entitled shall have no right to interfere in the management of LLP. Your ex has left. Okay. And you are going on a trip to Bangkok. And your ex is messaging you. Hey, please take care of your health. Okay. Don't do all this thing. Okay. Can she, boys, you need to answer. Can she interfere in your life after the breakup? Tell me. Can she interfere? No, sir. Breakup done, girl gone, new girl coming. Okay. Then this also important. Registration of changes in partners. Registration of changes in partners, section number 25. Important. Okay. So I have written point would be here and there, but it is same content only. See, if a partner has changed its name or address, partner has changed name and address, he will inform to LLP within 15 days of change. Boss, my name is changed, my address is changed. Now, if partners inform to LLP that he has changed the name or address, LLP will inform to ROC within 30 days of change. So partner, you inform to LLP, LLP will inform to ROC within 30 days. One more point. If there are changes in partner, so changes in partner means admission, retirement, death, dissolution, that also LLP you need to inform to ROC within 30 days of change. It's very simple. Partner, you inform to ROC within 15 days of change. Okay, LLP you inform to ROC within 30 days. What? Two things. One, in case name or address is changed, or in case partners may there is a change. Okay. Now, if the LLP has contravent or the partner is contravent, means they have not informed in the respective days, 15, 30 days, okay, penalty is flat 10,000, penalty is flat 10,000. Achha, if a partner thinks that LLP will not inform about the changes to ROC, changes means admission ka or retirement ka or dissolution ka, then he means that partner himself shall file a notice with ROC. If a partner thinks that LLP should inform to ROC, but LLP will not inform, then the partner himself will file a notice with ROC. Then ROC will obtain confirmation within 15 days from LLP. Hey, your partner has come to me and he is saying that he has joined the firm, or he is saying that he has resigned from the firm. LLP, do you have a problem? So you give me a confirmation. So ROC will obtain confirmation from LLP within 15 days. If no confirmation is received within 15 days, ROC will register the notice, whatever it is, admission or dissolution or retirement or resignation, whatever it is. So the logic is very simple. 3 days are there. Remember this. LLP has to, the partner has to inform to LLP within 15 days. LLP will inform to ROC within 30 days. If they have contravent, 10,000 ka penalty. Partner thinks that Abhiya LLP will not inform to ROC. So then the partner will himself go and inform to the ROC. ROC will not approve it. ROC will give 15 days to the LLP. Hey LLP, you please reply me. Your partner has come. He's saying that he has joined the firm. Or he's saying that he has resigned from the firm. You confirm me. So you need to confirm within 15 days. If no reply is received within 15 days, ROC will register the notice. Again, important answer. I think it's section number 25. Yeah. Registration of changes in partners. Important answer. Then, partner's agent. Every partner of LLP for the purpose of business of the LLP shall be the agent of LLP. So, partners are the agent of LLP, but they are not of other partners. They are not of other partners. Yeah, correct. Roshan and Roshni. Oh, you guys remember. And thank you for the revision, sir. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. Then, so they are the agent of the LLP, but not the agent of the partners. Okay, unlike partnership form. Section 27, Section 28, liability of partners and liability of LLP. So always remember, loan taken by LLP, LLP liable. Partner never liable. Partner will be liable. Partner may we are saying DP will be liable only to the extent of capital contribution. Okay. In case of fraud, he has done, then he is liable. If they have acted within the authority, then LLP is liable. If they have acted outside the authority, then the partner will be liable. If the partner has no authority, or the person knows that the partner has no authority for a particular act, then no liability of LLP. LLP will be liable for the acts or wrongful acts of the partner if it is done within the authority. If you are selling, let us assume, tube lights. So partner has done something wrong, LLP you are liable. Partner is selling drugs. So LLP do not know all this, then the partner will be personally liable. Then obligation of the LLP shall be the obligation of LLP only. Liabilities of LLP shall be met out of the properties of the LLP. Here, partner of the LLP shall not be personally liable for the obligation of LLP. It shall not affect his personal assets. Okay. Then, next answer is unlimited liability in case of fraud, section number 30. Hold on. Before we move on to this, in your book, you please come. There are two more important points. No, after this it will come. Sorry. Okay. In case of fraud, this is I think 5 ka multiple in case of fraud. That it becomes, in case of fraud, the liability becomes unlimited. Generally, LLP may no unlimited liability, but in case of fraud, unlimited liability. In case of fraud done by LLP or of its partners to defraud the creditors or any other person, they will have unlimited liability. Now, LLP will not be liable if it is done outside the authority or the knowledge of LLP. How much is the penalty? 5 ka multiple, minimum 50,000, maximum 5 lakh, and up to 5 years. 55 and 5. They will also be liable to pay compensation to the any person who has suffered loss. Remember the penalty, 5 ka multiple. Fraud, FRAUD, 5 ka multiple. FRAUD, 5 years, 50,000, 5 lakh. Then financial disclosure. Only read it is. So they have to file statement of accounts and solvency filed with the ROC every year in the prescribed form and manner and along with prescribed fees. Sir, what is the period? Within 6 months from the end of each financial year. Within 6 months from the end of the financial year. Within 6 months from the end of the financial year. Okay, read. Important annual return. So every LLP shall file annual return within 60 days. Every LLP shall file annual return within 60 days from the closure of the financial year in the prescribed form. If they have not filed, how much is the penalty? 100 per day, maximum 1 lakh for the LLP, maximum 50,000 for DP. This have come separately to mark answer days along with the penalty. 100 per day, 1 lakh 50,000, 1 lakh 50,000. Okay. Then punishment for false statement. It says punishment for false statement. So here it is 1 2 ka 5. 1 2 ka 5. If a person make a statement in any return or a statement or a document which is false, knowing it to be false, or omits any material facts, you have not added only, or you have added but you have added wrong amount or wrong statement, he will be liable for 1 2 ka 5. Sir, 1 lakh, maximum 5 lakh, and imprisonment up to 2 years. So 1 2 ka 5. How do we remember this, guys? 1 2 ka 5. 1 lakh, 2 years, 5 lakh. Okay. Winding up, very important. LLP may be wound up voluntary or by tribunal. Following are the circumstances. 5 grounds they have given. No, not 5. 6 grounds they have given. LLP may be wound up voluntarily or by tribunal. Following are the grounds. If the LLP themselves decides it to be wound up by the tribunal. Number 2. If 2 below 2. You will say 2 below 2. If for a period of more than 6 months the number of partners of the LLP is reduced below 2. then it can be wound up. 3. If you are acting against the interest of the sovereignty and integrity of the country or the security of state. D. Unable to pay debts. Unable to pay debt. DEBT, debt. 4. Then fifth May, 5 years. Fifth May, 5 years. If LLP has made a default in filing with the ROC, what? Statement of accounts and solvency or annual return. You have not filed statement of accounts and solvency and or annual return for how many years? For 5 consecutive years, then it can be wound up. Fifth, my favorite, just an equitable. What it is just an equitable. So 6 grounds are there. If it is decided to be wound up by the tribunal, 2, less than 2, say you are doing some business for more than 6 months. 3, against the integrity, sovereignty of the country. D, debt, unable to pay debt. Fifth, 5 years that you have not filed statement of accounts and solvency or annual return. And the last one, just an equitable. Then I have said 450 and 451 and page section 70 and differences. Hold on. Page 450 and 451. Achha, before that, you come to page 439, section number 31 and 32. 31, 32. There's a concept of whistleblower. Whistleblower, okay? So if you are a whistleblower in the LLP, that means either you are a partner or the employee, and you are a whistleblower, and you have disclosed confidential information to a department authority. So the court or tribunal can reduce or waive off the penalty if such partner or employee provides some useful information for investigation, or because of that information, it leads to LLP या उसका partner या उसका employee का conviction. So you are helping the government. So your penalty can be reduced or it can be waived off also. Acha. Now because you are a whistleblower, can the LLP reduce your salary, demote you? No sir, nothing can happen. No partner or employee of LLP may be discharged, demoted, suspended, threatened, harassed in any manner which is discriminating the terms and condition of the LLP. Important answer, twice it has come. One as a descriptive, one as a case-based answer. Section number 31, whistleblower. Then in one MCQ, they will ask form of contribution. So if you are joining a LLP, you will be bringing money. Money means monetary terms. I am bringing my car. So that car is in kind. So car ka monetary value will be added in capital contribution. I am saying that 2 months tak don't give me remuneration, don't give me salary. You take that 2 months in my capital contribution account. I am not doing any work right now. I'll be doing it in the future. So whatever 2 months you will give money now, don't give me money. You put that in capital contribution. So the question is, will that 2 months ka salary or 2 months ka remuneration will be part of capital contribution? Yes or no? Answer in the chat. Yes or no, guys? Yes, correct. So it says contribution can be tangible, movable, immovable, intangible property or other benefit to LLP, including money, promission, or other event. It will be monetary, non-monetary, including cash, property, and the last point, contracts for services performed or to be performed. Performed or to be performed. If you have earned salary, that salary also capital contribution. After 3 months, you will take salary. So they're saying that 3 months ka salary also you put in capital contribution. Okay, remember this. Then come to page section 42. Partner ka transferable interest. This also have come lot of time in the exam. So we are 4 partners. I am there. Roshan is there. Harsh is there. Harshvardhan is there. Okay, and Nishu is there. 4 people are there. Okay, 1, 1, 1, 1 is a ratio. Now Roshan wants to sell that share. The answer is yes, he can sell in part also, in full also. He can share. It is like a movable property, like a tangible asset. You can sell the property. Now imagine you have sold it to Roshni. Can Roshni participate in the business of the LLP? Can Roshni participate in the business of LLP? Please answer in the chat, guys. No. Is Roshan the partner? No. Is Roshan still the partner? The answer is yes. Because he has become partner by LLP agreement. So he can be removed. His name can be removed only when the name is removed from LLP agreement. Here he is only selling the share of the profit or loss. So he can transfer it like a movable property, like a tangible asset, either in whole or in part. It can be transferred in whole or in part. The transfer of any right by any partner does not by itself cause the disassociation of a partner, he is still the partner, or the dissolution of the winding up of LLP. Okay, the transfer of right does not give the transferee or assignee, means the Roshni, any right to participate in the management or conduct in the activities of LLP. Very important. This also may come in the exam. Okay. Then towards the end, you will see something called as differences. LLP versus partnership firm, that you have to read, and LLP versus company. LLP versus company came in the exam. Okay, that you have to read. Okay, LLP versus company, very easy. LLP Act, Companies Act, 2 and 7 people. Here minimum 2 partners. Here there's a DP. Here there are directors and shareholders. Here liability of the it is extend to the unpaid amount on shares. LLP mate is to the extent of capital contribution. Then here we have shareholders and directors. Here we have partners and DP. Then here later the liability is limited to the extent of capital contribution. Internal governance is simple. Here it gets complicated. Name ends with the word private limited. Limited name ends with the word limited. Okay, easy distinguish. Now there's section 70 called as enhanced punishment. Now if you have contravened the same section, okay, it will be above the difference wala concept. If it says if you have contravened the same section, then what will happen? The ROC will levy not the same penalty, double penalty. When I said double penalty, may only monetary will get double, imprisonment will not get double. It says for second or subsequent offense, the person will be punishable with imprisonment as provided. It will be same. But in case of fine, is prescribed either along with or exclusive of imprisonment with fine shall be twice the amount of fine. So fine will become double, imprisonment remains the same if you have committed second or subsequent offense. So this rule is similar to all the acts. Okay. Now there are 2 more answers what I have added in the notes. 1 second. I do not know whether you have it or not. 1 second. Where is the file? So if you have not added, you later on take the screenshot. Okay. I do not know. Please let me know whether you have added this or not. Compromise or arrangement. Did we added this? It says section 60. It's added, right? Okay. Thank you, Roshan. So where compromise arrangement is proposed between whom? LLP and its creditors, LLP and its partners. So LLP did not have money. So they're saying creditors, please waive off some money. Partners, please waive off some money. Then the tribunal shall order a meeting of creditors or partners to be held and conduct in a manner as may be described by the tribunal. So tribunal, please call a meeting. So where the LLP was not having money to pay the creditors or to the partners, they are requesting the tribunal, please call a meeting. The tribunal will call a meeting of the partners or the creditors. Then, if minimum 3/4 in value, like for example, if you are doing compromise with creditors, so if 100 rupee ka, like let's say 10 lakh ka creditors are there, so people who are standing for up to 75%, 75% means 3/4 in value. That means people having 7,50,000 outstanding. If they are saying that, Achha, we approve compromise arrangement. I take an example from the partners. Imagine partner ka perspective. 10 lakh ka amount was outstanding to the partners. Now there are 4 partners. AB is there, Roshan is there. Let us assume Harsh is there, Nishu is there. Okay, AB and Roshan are holding. I am having 5 lakh outstanding. He is having 3 lakh outstanding. He is having 1 lakh outstanding. Nishu is having 1 lakh outstanding. If AB and Roshan, because 5 plus 3, 8 lakh. If AB and Roshan approves compromise arrangement, that means compromise arrangement is approved because you require how much value? 3/4 in value. And then the scheme will be binding on all. So let us say scheme they are saying, sir, instead of 10 lakh, we will just pay you 8,50,000. Everybody has to share something. So I am saying, okay, 8,50,000 you will pay. So I and Roshan has agreed because we are the major creditors, we are the major partners. So if 3/4 in value is approved, that means the scheme is approved and it will be binding on all. Then the tribunal will pass the order only on being satisfied that LLP has disclosed latest financial position of the LLP and the pendency of any investigation. Okay. The tribunal order shall be filed with ROC within 30 days. This came in the exam. Within 30 days of the order. If it is not filed, how much is the penalty? Same penalty of section 10, 10,000, 100 per day, LLP ka maximum 1 lakh, DP 50,000. Same penalty of section number 10. If you see all the section maximum is 1 lakh for LLP and 50,000 of DP. Then For contravention commencement of legal proceeding in case of compromise arrangement, the tribunal may pass such order as it may deem fit. Any legal case will continue, stop, you can start, tribunal will pass the order. The brother of section 60 is 61. The tribunal has passed the order for compromise arrangement. Acha, LLP now pay 8 lakh 50. Total was 10 lakh outstanding. Now you pay 8 lakh 50. Scheme is approved. They're supposed to pay 850. They have not paid 850. Now what will happen? So tribunal will have a power to supervise a compromise arrangement and give direction or make modification in CNA. If tribunal is satisfied that the CNA cannot be implemented whether with or without modification, what they can do? They can pass an order for winding up. They can pass an order for winding up. Understood? Then procedure for reconstruction amalgamation section 62. So if an application made to T for CNA, but it is shown to tribunal that it is compromise arrangement has been proposed or reconstruction of 2 LLP or amalgamation of 2 LLP or the property undertaking liabilities of 1 LLP will be transferred to another LLP. So you applied for compromise arrangement, but it is looking like reconstruction, amalgamation or transfer of pool. Pool means property undertaking liability. We call this as pool. P-U-L. So transfer of pool from one LLP to another LLP. So what will happen? The tribunal will pass an order or the tribunal can pass all or any of the following orders. What order can pass? Sir, transfer to transfer either whole or part of the pool. Please transfer whole property or part of the property. Continuation by or against the transfer of legal proceedings. So legal proceeding will continue and it will be stopped. Tribunal will pass the order. Dissolution without winding up of the transferor LLP, because transferor LLP is getting merged with the transferee LLP. Or provision to be made for any person who dissents for compromise arrangement. 100 में से 75 said yes, right? So there were 25% people, 25% in terms of value, they were saying no, 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 we don't want. So what they will be called as dissenting shareholder. So we will give them exit, we will give them money so that they can exit. So tribunal will provide a provision for that. And my favorite, any other incidental matter. So this can be a separate question. In case of amalgamation, what order can be passed by tribunal? These 5 orders can be passed. Then the tribunal will pass the order only on a report from ROC that the affairs of LLP have not been conducted in a manner which is against the partners or the public. Against means prejudicial. Then last point, no order of dissolution can be passed by of transferor LLP unless a liquidator has given a report on the affairs of LLP was not conducted in a manner which is prejudicial to the partner or public. Then properties liability shall be transferred to transferee. Copy order of tribunal shall be filed with ROC within 30 days. And very important MCQ, LLP cannot be amalgamated with a company. LLP can be amalgamated with another LLP. It cannot be amalgamated with a company. Okay. Now these are a few important sections. If you have not noted, please mark 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 15, 16, 17, name, reservation of name, change in name. 24, cessation. 25 is, I think, registration of partners. 27, 28, something, I don't remember. Then 30, 31, 32, 35, 37, unlimited liability, then false statement. 42, 63, 64 is winding up. 42 is cessation, well, that transferable interest. You can sell the transfer. These are important sections of LLP. Generally, questions are asked on this. Over. How was it, guys? 50 minutes. No, 42 minutes. How was it, guys? Have you brushed up all the concepts? Everything do you remember? Okay. So let's do a question from Jan 26 ka paper. It says Amit and Priya are the partners in XYZ LLP, a consulting firm. Recently, Priya moved to a new address but forgot to notify LLP. Priya moved to new address, forgot to notify LLP. Priya moved to the new address, forgot to notify LLP within the required period. A month later, Amit's cousin Ramesh expressed interest in joining XYZ as a partner. And after a few discussions, he was accepted as a new partner. However, XYZ did not immediately update the ROC. So LLP has not informed regarding Priya ka address change or Ramesh ka admission. After 45 days of joining Ramesh, LLP filed a notice with the ROC about these changes. Advice as per LLP. Whether, first question, it's a 5 mark answer. Whether Miss Priya has contravened any provision regarding address change. Please answer yes or no. And if you remember days, please write days. Priya, the partner, should inform to LLP about the name change or the address change within how many days, and whether she has contravened. Please answer. Yes, correct. Very good, Roshan. 15 days. 15 days. Perfect. Ammu Chino, you were wrong. 15 days. Partner should inform to LLP is 15 days. Default on non-compliance in Mr. Ramesh admission as a partner. So LLP has to inform to the ROC. LLP has to inform to the ROC within dash days. What are the days here? LLP should inform to ROC within, correct, Diya, you have written 30 days. Very good. So Priya is also contravened, Ramesh and the LLP is also contravened. It's a 5 mark answer. So remember that changes in, I think this is section 25. 24 was partner, this is 25. Correct, 25 of LLP. Okay. So you write the theory, copy the question, conclusion. You will say yes, the XYZ LLP is not in compliance with the required timeline, and here there's a contravention on the part of Priya. So Priya ka contravention they have written, LLP ka contravention they have written. In the second question, yes, XYZ again did not comply with the prescribed 30-day requirement. Full 5 mark answer. One more question. This was 5B, okay? And I think one more was there. 4B. 4B. It says ABC LLP is engaged in the business of providing software consulting services. Due to economic slowdown, LLP is unable to meet its obligation towards some creditors. The management proposes for compromise arrangement. What we just did, section was 60 and 61. Okay, with its creditors to restructure the outstanding debts by extending repayment period and waiving a portion of interest. LLP files an application before NCLT, seeking direction to convene a meeting of creditors. At the meeting, creditor representing 80% of the total value. Creditors representing, guys, 80% of the total value. How much value we have to see? Write there in the chat. Agree to the proposed arrangement. How much value do we see? Please write in the chat. %75. Here it is 80%. That means scheme is approved after ensuring all blah 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 blah. Now, however, ABC fails to file tribunal order with the ROC within the prescribed period. So scheme is approved. Tribunal passed the order. The tribunal order copy should be filed with ROC within dash days. What is the days, guys? What are the days here? What are the days? Prescribed period. So it is 30 days. Correct. 30 days. Now, examine the validity of compromise arrangement. Yes, the compromise is approved because we check 75%. Here it is 80%. Okay. And explain the effects of failure to file tribunal order. So I told you this penalty is same as section number 10. 10,000 rupees, 100 per day. LLP cut is maximum 1 lakh and partner cut is 50,000. 50,000. Okay. Let's check the penalty. So it should be filed within 30 days. Penalty is 10,000, 100 per day. LLP ka max 1 lakh, 50,000 for the DP. Done. 5 mark, 5 mark, 10 mark over. Let's do MCQ of this. Now it says case 4, or sorry, case 6. Aquarius Design LLP was incorporated on 1st April 23 with 3 partners. So the partner was Arjun, Anjali, Nakul. Arjun and Anjali were DP. Nakul was normal partner, contributing 5 lakh capital. Arjun, Anjali, AA, DP. Okay. Now, Nakul withdrew 3 lakh from LLP ka bank account without prior consent and used to repay his personal car loan. So he has used LLP ka money for his personal use. LLP suffered a business loss and defaulted vendor payment of 7 lakh. Meanwhile, Anjali went abroad for 6 months and stopped taking part in management, but she was always a DP. In Jan, LLP admitted new partner Bhim, a relative of Arjun, but no notice of his admission was filed with ROC. You have to file with ROC 30 days. Around the same time, LLP borrowed 10 lakh from Sharma, who believed Anjali was still actively managing the firm. An internal audit revealed that Arjun knowingly prepared a false statement, statement of accounts and solvency showing profits to the LLP was in serious financial trouble. LLP failed to file that statement within the prescribed period and continued business till October. Accounts and solvency should be filed within 6 months, right? They are doing business till October, they have not filed a statement. When Mr. Sharma demanded repayment. Based on the above answer, choose the correct answer. 14 and 15. Okay, 14. Answer 14. Is Nakul personally liable for the 3 lakh withdrawn from LLP funds for personal use? And is Anjali, who was a DP but inactive and abroad, is personally liable for a vendor debts incurred while she was away? I need the option of A, B, C, D. A, B, C, D. Choose. This is the para. This is the para. Read this para again. Okay. Now answer. Manoj is saying D, rest everybody is saying A. So 14, majority people are saying A, only Manoj is saying D. Dia is saying D. 15, Ammu Chinu is also saying D. Okay, later on we do. Is Bhim liable to Mr. Sharma for LLP debts incurred before his admission? Since no notice of admission was filed, and is Arjun personally liable for the LLP co-obligations arising from the false statement of accounts and solvency not filed within time? Okay, so this is the para. First read this para. This two. Read this. Done. So first, is Bhim liable to Mr. Sharma for LLP debts incurred before his admission? So this is quite logical. Na? Before the admission, why the hell I be liable? Right? So this is no. This is the correct no. Choose the second one. I need the option after my dot dot. 15th answer. Fifteen B. B. Let's check the answer. 14 is D. Manoj was right. 14 is D and 15 is B. So let me just first explain you B. Why B? See, Nakul will not be liable. See, if I was not a part of your family or all the old debts, why the hell I'll be liable? So that is very much clear. No is there. Okay. Now here he has given false statement. False means purposefully he has given. That means it's a fraud. And in case of fraud, you are personally liable. So this would be yes, personally liable. So answer is B. Clear? Now why everybody went wrong here? Understand, is Nakul personally liable for the money withdrawn from LLP? He has used this for personal purpose, so yes, he is personally liable for that because you have acted outside the authority. So you are personally liable. So answer is yes, either A or either D. Now, Anjali, who is a DP but inactive and abroad, is personally liable for the vendor ka debts incurred. भाई वेंडर का डेट इज एलएलपी का डेट ना, एलएलपी का डेट, that is the main essence of the LLP Act. Boss, LLP ka liability is always LLP ka liability. Why would be Anjali DP personally liable? Anjali will be personally liable only when she has done some fraud or false statement. Okay, so here the answer is no. So my answer is D. Manoj was correct. Manoj, very good. Rest everybody went wrong. Understood, guys? LLP Act 4 mark ka, MCQ 10 mark ka descriptive for sure in the paper it will be there. Are you getting confidence now? We have done 14 of LLP, around 8 marks of GCA, 22 and 2 marks in MCQ 24, and approximately 10 marks ka FEMA, 10 to 12 marks, 34, 36 we have done. Out of 34, 36, I hope you get around 26, 28. Is your confidence high, guys, now? Cool. Okay. So the last part, okay, we do interpretation of statutes. Let's take a small break of 5-10 minutes. It's 15:34 right now. We started 15:45. 10 minutes maybe start. We are doing interpretation of statutes so that you recall those concepts, and again 8 mark ka weightage wala chapter. Okay. So close to 46, 48 marks we'll be doing it. We'll be completing in the next 40, 45 minutes. Small chapter, 40, 45 minutes max. Okay. Go get light. Okay. Come back soon and have water, eat something. We'll continue in 10 minutes. Let's start. Welcome back, guys. Now, interpretation of statutes. First, let me teach you from the notes, then I'll give you a hint. What should you do for the questions? So, we'll not be solving Jan 26 hour paper for this because definitely it will not come in Meka exam. Those two questions, okay? Because it's a 4 to 4, 4 plus 4, 8 mark ka chapter, okay? So, it will definitely not come. So, for what questions you have to do, that I'll tell you later on, okay? Let's first do the content. It says difference between interpretation and construction. Interpretation of statute and construction of a statute. The first point, interpretation is different from construction. Interpretation is finding what the true sense of any form, and the construction is drawing the conclusion representing the subject that is beyond the direct expression of the text. Interpretation is basically what you are finding, the true sense of any form. I am interpreting it this way. Drawing conclusion is called what? Constructing. It is called what? Construction of a law. So if I say, okay, boss, company has to file our charges CHG1 within 30 days. So I'm interpreting that. And they have to file within 30 days in form number CHG that I am constructing. I'm drawing a conclusion out of it. It is called as conclusion. So construction means conclusion, interpreting means finding out. Okay. Where the court adheres to the plain meaning of the language used by the law, it would be interpretation of the words. So when you go by the plain meaning of the language, it is called what? Interpretation of the words. But where the meaning is not plain and the court has decided whether the wording was meant to cover the situation before, hence the court would be resorting to construction. So when you just go and read the plain meaning, it is called as interpretation. So when you find out some of the other meaning could also be that, it is called as what? Conclusion, called as construction. So 3 mark ka answer, 4 mark ka answer, it was asked I think in Jan 25 it is written. It was Jan 25 ka question, okay? Very repeated. Interpretation, construction means the same. What is interpretation? What is construction? For favorite answer. Now, when you interpret rules, so we have primary rules and we have secondary rules. Now, there are 3 secondary rules are there. So, the 3 secondary rules are nocere soci, expresso unis est exclusio alterius, contemporanea exposito. Okay, let's do one by one. First one, expressio unis est exclusio alterius. What it says? Expressio unis est exclusio alterius means if the expression includes one particular thing, the other is excluded. Maternity Benefit Act is applicable to female. Logically, male is excluded. They don't have to write it again. It's logical, na? So it is called expressio unis est exclusio alterius. I'm talking in Greek, okay? So this maxima means that express mention of one thing implies the exclusion of another. If I'm saying this benefit is only for wild animals, or sorry, this benefit is only for domestic animals, that's logical. Wild is automatically excluded. As per this maxima, if 2 or more things belong to a particular class are mentioned, then other members of the class are silently excluded. The other things get excluded. Example, where a statute refers to land, house and coal mines. Land, house and coal mines. Then other mines except coal mines are excluded. Like for example, mineral something, gold mine is excluded. And other mines cannot be made to fall within the general term lands because mine is mine, specific mines. Okay. So along with the example, it's a 3 mark, 4 mark answer. Expresso unis est exclusio alterius. Number 2, nocere soci, construction of associated word. Construction of associated word. It is basically, have you seen chameleon? Chameleon, chameleon. In Hindi we say rang badlu girgit. Okay. If I use the word plant and machinery, plant and machinery. So the word plant will take the color of machinery. We are talking about plant and machine, right? And if I use the same word plant and trees, so the word plant will take the color of trees. So it will be assumed like plant and trees. It is called as nocere soci. Construction of associated word. This is a hint, associated words. You will see this in the question, associated. The meaning of the word is derived from its associated words. That is, the meaning of a word is to be charged by the company. It keeps the words, by the company it keeps the words in a statute are construed with reference to the words found in the immediate connection with them. Plant and machinery, plant and trees. If 2 or more words are capable of analogous, that is similar or parallel meaning, are grouped together, they should be understood in a cognate sense. That is, they take the color from each other and are given a similar or related meaning. For example, plantain machinery, plantain trees. Plantain machinery, plantain trees. No Socky, chameleon. Expressio unis est exclusio ulterius, exclusion of one, inclusion of one means exclusion of other. Then, contemporanea expositio. What it is? Contemporanea expositio. So, this is basically older times and new times. Like if you remember, in Partnership Act, if you have studied Partnership Act, generally partnership form should be registered. If the partnership form is unregistered, then there are a lot of drawbacks of it, but there are benefits also. One benefit is that you can allow set off is allowed. Generally, set off is not allowed, but set off is allowed up to 100 rupees, right? 100 rupees set off is allowed if you have studied that in Partnership Act. If partnership is unregistered, partnership form, okay, Partnership Act. So you can't do set off. Partners can't take set off, okay, but set off is allowed up to 100 rupees. Now somebody would say, sir, 100 rupees like very small amount. No, sir, today I'm chinty amount 100 rupees. But when you're reading the law today in 2026, you have to think as per the old time when the act was made in 1932, that 100 rupee ka value would have been like big amount, right? Today it is very small because of inflation. But at that time it would have been a big amount. It is called contemporaneous expositio. The maximum contemporaneous expositio means interpreting a statute by reference to the expositio it has received from contemporary authority. Means since age is what expression it has received. Where the language is ambiguous, the court shall pay due regard to the interpretation that the language of the act has received over the long period of time. So expose the laws to new circumstances and technology. So you will interpret as per the old time only. Okay. Contemporary exposure. These are secondary rules. Now aids of interpretation. So we have internal aids also, external aids also. Internal basically means when you're reading a Baar Act. So in the Baar Act things are there. When I say external aids, basically means you are going beyond the Baar Act. Like for example, historical setting, why the law was made, like Nirbhaya law. Nirbhaya law was made because there was a serious heinous crime of gang rape there. Okay. Then consolidating statute in the previous law, consolidating statute in the previous, like Companies Act 1956, Companies Act 2013. So I will, to understand 2013 Act, I am going beyond 13 Act and reading 1956. It is external aid. Usage, since age is what it has been interpreted. Then earlier and later acts, dictionary definitions and use of foreign decisions. These are what? External aids of interpretation. Now, first we are going and reading internal aids. Sir, internal aids, it is marginal notes. So, what is marginal notes? In the Baar Act, generally when we want to write a note, like as a teacher, if I say, okay, write this one point I'm telling you. So, what does people do? People put a star, and either you take the star on the terrace or on the basement, right? Same way, marginal notes, in the Baar Act, if you see, they put an arrow. Like beside this word, they will put an arrow, and that arrow, they will take it at the bottom here. And then they will explain that arrow. It is called as marginal notes. So basically, it are essentially a heading, a title to the section. Marginal notes summarize the effect of a section. Marginal notes are printed at the left hand or margin of the section in an enactment, but acts published by private publishers show marginal notes at the top of the section. So either on the left side or on the top or on the bottom. It is called as marginal notes. 2 mark answer, 3 mark answer. Then exhaustive and inclusive. This we have done yesterday only. In GCA we have done exhaustive. Exhaustive means exact definition. Sir, exhaustive means, exhaust means when they will be using the word means. Inclusive means including definition, means they are using the word includes and it is an extended meaning, extensive. Okay, so this we are skipping because we are done in GCE. Then, sir, what does the word illustration means? Sir, illustration basically means example. So in the Baar Act, they want to interpret something. Okay, so first they will explain the provision and then they will write an illustration. So to understand the provision, we are using illustration. So illustrations are the examples appended to a section, included in a section. Illustrations are inserted to clarify the scope and object of the subject. Illustrations are considered in constructing as neither curtail nor expand the ambit of section. That means it is used to interpret. I mean, construct means draw conclusion. It will not curtail. That means it will not reduce. It will not expand. That means it will not increase the scope of the section. It is just to interpret, draw conclusion from that illustration. If there is a conflict between the section and the illustration, section will prevail. 2 mark, 3 mark answer, 4 mark answer, define illustration. Then proviso, exception. Proviso basically means exception. The normal function of a proviso is to expect something out of the enactment or to qualify something stated in the enactment, which would be within the purview if the proviso were not there. Like, in income tax, you must have studied about deductions. Yeah, deduction in the chapter 6A. So what do? First, you include in the income and then you exclude. So same way, proviso is first included and then it is excluded. It is called as proviso. Proviso. Then, as a general rule, a proviso is added to enactment to qualify or create an exception to what is in the enactment. So it is an exception to it. Okay. Now, there are three words, one mark each. They can ask difference between proviso, exception, and saving clause. So this you need to mug it up. The exception is intended to restrain the enactment clause to a particular cases. So exception में 1, 2, 3 points are there. Only these 3 points are exception. Like if you talk about goods का definition, Sale of Goods Act में says except money and actionable claims. So exception only 2, money and actionable claims. The proviso is used to remove special cases from the general enactment and provide them specifically. So it was first included and then excluded. It is called proviso. Saving clause is to preserve from destruction certain rights, remedies or privileges already existing. So saving clause basically again it is to preserve from destruction certain rights, remedies and privileges which is already existing. You have to mark it up. Okay, 1 mark, 1 mark, 1 mark, and 2 mark above definition proviso, 5 mark hot favorite answer proviso. Explanation. When you're learning DT or when you were learning law, so as a teacher must have told you, write one more line I'm telling you. In other words, note, this means that. So what do? So for one line, we are giving some additional notes, right? It is called as explanation. So an explanation is generally a clarification of the legislative mind. It explains the meaning of the words contained in the section. So they explain the same thing in a simpler manner. What is the effect of explanation? Is to include something within a section or to exclude something from it, or to clarify any ambiguity in the main section, or explain the meaning of that section, or make the main section more meaningful and purposeful. Okay. Then 10th, important answer. 10th is important. Okay. Explain the effect of usage or custom and practice. Okay. So usage is basically, sometimes it is taken into consideration in construing an act, like how well the provision was used, how well the act has been used since ages. Okay. The acts done under a statute provide quite often the key to the statute itself. So something has been done wrong in under the act. So what was the in 2010? What was the case law? 1995, and what has happened on the same provision? So you will consider that. It is well known that where the meaning of the language is in the statute is doubtful, usage helps us how the language has been interpreted and acted upon over a long period may determine the true meaning. So if the language is very absurd, so what has been interpreted in 1995, 1998, 2005, 2015, 2020 and now 2026. So that is called usage. Now in usage, remember the custom is the best interpreter of law, and the best way to interpret a document is to read it as if it would have been read when made. So like when I say 100 rupee ka set off. So today time pe you are not reading, today you are reading 100 rupees, but 100 rupees at that time it was a good value, right? So that is called as usage. Then question number 11, use of foreign decisions. So generally foreign decisions of countries following the same system of law as ours and given on the law similar to ours can be legitimately used for construing our own acts. Like we say Solomon versus Solomon, Balfour versus Balfour in Contract Act. Solomon is in Companies Act. So Lee versus Lee Farming Limited. So these are case laws of UK because India ka Companies Act is similar to UK Companies Act. So you can use it. First you will use India wala ya foreign wala. First you will use decisions India wala ya foreign wala. So always give priority to India wala. Okay. Achha, and also before going for decisions, first you read the Baar Act. Okay. So however, prime importance is always given to the language of the statute, Indian statute. First you read the law, India ka law, where guidance can be obtained from Indian decision. So after law you go to Indian decision. Where guidance can't be obtained from Indian decision, then you will go to foreign decision. You can't directly jump to foreign decisions. Okay. Then. So question number 12 is your read. What are the rules for interpretation, construction of deeds and documents? So this is reading deeds and documents. So it's a direct descriptive answer, theory answer, no as such provision. So you read question number 12 later on. Okay. Question number 13. This is called as primary rules from here. Rule of literal construction. Literal. The literal means literally. Whatever is given in the line, what is given in the bare act, follow that. No using your brain, no using your brain. Where the words are clear and the language is plain and only one meaning can be derived, then the words should be followed literally. Whatever is given there, we'll follow that. The language used in the statute must be construed according to the rules of grammar unless the language is ambiguous or the literal sense give rise to some anomaly. Means if it is giving some weird interpretation, that's a different story, but generally you should follow literally. The words and sentence of a statute must be given their ordinary natural meaning. It is presumed that the words and phrases in a technical legislation have a technical meaning. Like for example, hard drive. It has a technical meaning, hard drive. Hard means kadak, we say. Drive means a drive also, right? So hard drive has to be interpreted literally with the hard disk, hard drive, right? Pen drive. Pen is so pen. Drive is drive. I will not follow. Pen drive basically means technical meaning. Pen drive, we insert pen drive. Hence to be interpreted accordingly. However, if a word has no technical meaning, then you give ordinary meaning. Okay. If a provision relates to particular trade, the words used in therein must be given that meaning which everybody conversant with that trade understand. Like in Hindi we say, get me two peti, do peti. Do means two. Two peti means 2 lakh rupees. One khokha. Khokha means crore. Like when we talk about a business, when you're a businessman, you talk about give me 5 peti. 5 peti basically means 5 lakh. 5 khoka means 5 crores. So when you're interpreting some law related to that trade, to that business, okay, you will interpret that way. Okay. It is called as what? Literal construction. Literal means literally you will follow that. Sir, reasonable construction. Reasonable construction basically means what? Logical construction. Sir, I am reading literally. Like if I say the government should construct a bridge. Sorry, the government should do some activity to bridge the gap between rich and poor. The government should do some activities to bridge the gap between rich and poor. No, sir, I have studied English. Bridge means you have to build a bridge. Literally, bridge means bridge only, no? That means from poor ka house, government will make a bridge to rich ka house. From poor ka house, no, sir. Bridge the gap means basically reduce the gap. So what I did, I'm not following literally, I'm following some logical reasoning. It is called as reasonable construction. It says, if the words used in the statute are clear and unambiguous, that means it's clear, but in one case, but on close scrutiny, it may turn out to be deficient in understanding the intention of law, then the reasonable construction should be used. Because if I go with literally, my interpretation is following very weird. So I'll follow reasonable construction. The court has to look into the circumstance which prevailed when the statute was passed. The words of a statute must be constructed so as to lead in a rational, fair and a sensible meaning. So 3.3 mark answer, 2 mark answer, 4 mark answer. Then Hayden's rules. Hayden ka spelling is wrong. It is H-E-Y, I think. H-E-Y. Or mischief rule. Mischief means when a new act is formed, what was the mistake of the old act? Like when 2013 act was formed, what was the problem in 1956 act? So when you're reading the new law, you have to understand what was not covered in the old act, which led to the formation of the new act. Mischief. It may be applied if the words used in the statute are ambiguous and are capable of more than one meaning. If the literal meaning fails, then the court may depart from the dictionary meaning and give it a meaning which will advance the remedy and suppress the mischief. Advance the remedy, suppress the mischief. Now the court shall consider following 4 matters. This is also separately asked in the exam. What court will consider? Sir, what was the law before making of the act? Before 2013 act, what was the law? What was the mischief or defect which did not provide? So what things it did not cut? Like for example, director was very lenient at that time. Today's time, director's provision is very serious now, very strict. What is the remedy the new act has provided? What is the reason for the remedy? The court will consider these 4 points. After the court has considered the above matters, the rule requires the court to adopt the construction which will suppress the mischief and advance the remedy. The new act will give new benefits. Now, rule of harmonious construction. Harmonious means Roshan and Roshni fighting. What do we do? They came to me. So I became the Pandit, priest. No fighting, no fighting. Come, let's do harmony. Same way, when 2 provisions are fighting, you have to give harmony to each. It says, where there is a conflict between 2 or more provisions of the same act, harmonious construction is to be adopted. Means fighting is going on, you bring harmony. Harmony means peace. Peace. where two provisions related to the same subject matter, they should be reconciled and effect must be given to both of them. Both should be given equal importance. If it is not possible to harmonize, then what you should do? The provision enacted or amended later, in the point of time shall prevail. Generally, you should give importance to both the provisions, okay? But generally, you should give importance to both the provisions. But if harmony is not happening, later the better. If some section was made in 2024, some section was made in 2026 on the same topic, so the 26 wala will prevail. Later the better. The court shall find out which provision was more general and which is more specific. Which is more general, more specific. Harmony. Okay. Then adjus de generis. Whatever I am teaching is applicable to intermediate students. When I say intermediate, it includes both boys and girls and other category also of intermediate. So, adjus de generis means same class or species. The rules state that the general words following specific words are to be construed with reference to the words preceding them. The specific words contained in the law must constitute a class or a category. For example, where the law uses the words such as ox, bull, goat, cows, buffalo, and the word etc. Okay. So whatever words they have used here, all these are what? Domestic animals. Then wild animals like lion and tiger cannot be included. When the words are used, okay, talks about one particular specific category. That means the other category will not be included. The specific words must be of same kind of nature, like all these are what? Domestic animals. So this provision is applicable for ox, bulls, goat, cows, buffalo. So logically it will not be applicable to wild animals. The specific words must not exhaust the whole category. Okay. So I've given you the brief idea about all the content, all the interpretation. Okay. From my side, chapter is over. This much you have to go read. You will find these notes in the Telegram group. So I hope you have written, because I think I've said share the recording of this. Now, for the questions, what you have to do? May 24, September 25, Jan 25, May 25, September 25. 2 questions into 5 paper, total 10 questions. Plus this attempt ka, RTP. Just do this much. Do the handwritten notes, 10 questions from the paper, okay, and RTP. Now, if I tell you, if you want to understand the pattern of this, it will be either in 3C, 3C or 4C. Just see the paper ka 3C, 4C, 5C. 6C and 1C is always FEMA. 1C and 6C is always FEMA, okay? So for interpretation, download the paper from the suggestion of ICI. So 90% you will find on 3C and 4C. Majority time it has come in 3C and 4C. So I'll tell you the pattern. 1C and 6C is FEMA. Okay. So what I have observed is 1C and 6C is FEMA. 2C and 5C is GCA. 3C and 4C is your this one. Interpretation statutes. So download the suggested from the ISECA website and just do this 3C, 4C ka questions. 90% it will be repeated. Now, if I was just browsing through this paper, if you see, they have asked a question 3C mein, difference between beneficial construction and exceptional construction. This is also asked on in earlier papers. Understood? This was from my side. How did you find out the session, guys? How was it? Did you enjoyed it? Was it fruitful? Okay. Now, so I have revised around 48 marks of the paper. The other corporate law, Companies Act ka part, okay? It's already uploaded on the channel, so you can check, start revising it out. Trust the handwritten notes, and start solving paper, okay? Now, I know you'll be busy studying accounts, okay? Because accounts on 5th. If you can remove one day for me, one day, okay? So let's take example, either today, 28th of April or 29th of April, do one thing. Download all the suggested. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Jan ka you can skip because we have almost all the paper, okay? Just give 1 hour per paper, 5 papers, total 5 hours from your life. Okay, do it at the night time. Just solve the questions orally. MCQ ka take a notebook, okay, or a paper. Write one ka A, two ka B, three ka C, like we do in the class, right? And just check the answer. See whether you're able to answer or not. When you're reading the question, acha, companies ka question allowed, not allowed. Just go and jump to the conclusion. Pry is a pry. Just go and read the conclusion. Give 1 hour for one paper. Trust me, when you do this exercise, your confidence will definitely rise. Okay, I'm not saying the question will be same, but the question would be similar. We have done, you saw the past paper, right? Of the 4th chapter, what we did in 2 days, you saw you were able to answer it. So you will rise your confidence, you will increase your confidence only when you solve the past paper. Okay. Now, okay, what you have to do is when you get the paper after accounts, see, accounts will go good, good. So 5th accounts gets over. When you come back, I'll be uploading 1.5 day ka strategy. I think by tomorrow or day after it will be uploaded. You can check on the channel. Okay. But make sure on the exam day at 1:45 when you get, start solving descriptive first. Don't look up to MCQ. MCQ people get 2 o'clock. First start solving descriptive. Jump to question 4C, 5C, 6C. You'll see FEMA, you'll see LLP ka questions, one company ka question, and that two meetings. Generally behind meetings you will find. Just do 3, 4, 5, 6. Just choose between 3, 4, 5, 6 what you want to answer. Generally 4, 5, 6 is little easy. Okay. Then finish off your paper. Keep a target to finish descriptive by 4 p.m. When you aim for 4, by 4:15 you should be able to finish the paper. And last 45 minutes keep for MCQ. Don't solve MCQ. I'm telling this right now, but still you will solve. I know it. Understand, even if by chance if MCQ comes lengthy, like the content comes very lengthy, or you got like blanked out, you'll not be able to recall the provision. Anyways, if all MCQs are also right, boss, you will get only 30 marks. Nah. I need descriptive. So first be confident of the descriptive. My 40, 50 should come from descriptive only. So out of 88 marks ka paper, I need to attempt 70 marks. From 70, I need to get at least 50. 55, I need to get at least 40. So my this target should be very much clear that I will first focus on descriptive. I am shouting since so many years, still people go and solve MCQ, and that's the reason why people fail. Why paper do not get completed on time. Till 4 o'clock, finish your descriptive, whatever you want to write. 4 you aim, by 4:15 it can get over. Acha, in MCQ also, don't solve first wala MCQ. Go for reverse. Huh? Because when you talk about 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th MCQ, all these are like small liner wala MCQ. So it will save your time. 1 to 10 mein big case study they will give. Acha, when you circle in that Scantron sheet, that answer sheet of the institute, make sure you circle on the correct option. Like 15 ke against me, I'm circling it on C only if the answer is C. 14 ke against me, I'm doing it. Do cross check again because every 2 mark is important there. One gone wrong, 2 mark gone wrong. So it happens, people fumble. You wanted to circle on 12, but you by mistake circle on 13. So do this with like ulta, reverse. Do that question first because it will be on LLP. You know that. It will be on FEMA. You know that. So why you want to take chances? Secure that first because 1 to 10 with lengthy paper, boss, first question, obviously it will be lengthy. So ICI plays with the mind of the student. I have cracked that code. Top secret. Don't tell it to anybody. Pinky promise. Keep it to yourself. First solve the reverse wala paper. Trust me, when you do it, you will walk out with confidence 70 plus. Okay. So signing off, guys. I'll be uploading a 1.5 day strategy. Rest everything I have done from my end. Okay. Study hard. Keep smiling. Don't panic. I'll be there on the Telegram group and Instagram on the exam day. In case of any doubt, just shoot it out. I'll reply to your doubts. Okay. But make sure you clear the exam. Okay. So Bangalore people, very soon we'll party out. Okay, and people who are watching me from other cities, all the best for your exams and do well. Come back to me again in CA final. I'll be taking audit and SPOM, self-paced online module. Okay, all the best. Aim for a rank or 70 plus, whichever is earlier. Bye, guys. Keep smiling. Make your parents proud. Do not quit. Do not skip the exam. Worst thing is fail. Always think, what if